is Basalti the Singing Songbook, kids, and here's a song about why homosexuality is bad.
The DM sighs heavily, and then radio voice. Last time on We're Not Sorry! Cultists, barbarians, politics! Our heroes have been in Bryn Shander for a total of 2 days, and have already uncovered at least 2 fiendish plots unfolding within the walls of the city, and 1 threat already massing its strength outside the gates in the far-flung north of the far-flung north. U.S. Shane wants their help holding the town. Hengar Einsvard wants to take the fight to the Ice Witch, and Helda Silverstream wants help returning to her ancestral home in the Dwarven Valley. How will our brave party respond to these myriad threats? Let's find out!
Also, Hoofstomp got some taffeta silk, which I feel like is very important to mention.
We'll rebot it for him.
After you did your best to try and get that nice lady arrested.
Money, I think.
She was so nice.
We did not get her arrested.
Well, no, you didn't, but, you know.
And I paid for that.
I'm pretty sure Bowen was the one who paid.
I know, but Hoofstomp paid her back.
So yeah, speaking of everything that happened last week, I figure we should take our time to, you know, just kind of reflect on everything that happened. So you did successfully get your friend Hengar freed from, well, summary execution, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So he's free. You met the town speaker, Duvessa Shane, who turns out is actually not quite as boneheaded as her town guard is, thankfully. She has apparently been dealing with some unseen rival for the past couple of days, which is...
Yeah, and the sheriff of the town is...
the last couple of weeks. Sorry, the timeline for this is a little screwy at times. But she's essentially been dealing with some mysterious rival for the past couple of weeks, which has been taking up much of her attention and the guard's attention. So that whole protection racket thing that you guys were kind of drafted into helping out about...
Run by a midget.
Wow. Wow, we're starting already, huh?
We are starting super early.
But yeah, so there is at least a protection racket being run in town. Fortunately, you managed to secure one of the figureheads of this protection racket and hang him from a statue in a holy temple. Not before he stabbed a guy and nearly killed the guy and put the guy into a healing coma, essentially. But yeah, so there's a protection racket going around town. There's some mysterious, I guess, political Lothario or what... Actually, that's a complete wrong word. Why did I pick that word? I'm sorry. There's some...
Lothario, eh?
No, Luke. No. Turn off your brain gears right now. But no, so there's a protection racket. There's some weird, mysterious political rival to the current speaker of the town who, you know, you guys haven't been in town for very long, but Duvessa Shane seems like she's got her shit together and is probably the best option for this town right now, especially with all this Ice Witch stuff going on. Speaking of the Ice Witch, there's a cult dedicated to the winter goddess Oral in this town operating under the law, and apparently they wanted to have your good barbarian friend executed so that...
Oh shit, we're in deadly premonition now. Awesome. Dibs on your...
What I've always wanted.
Yeah, so Cult of Oral, who tried to have the barbarian killed to save their own sorry skins. And then, of course, there's that whole problem with the Ice Witch indiscriminately slaughtering barbarian tribes in the far north because they won't worship her god, which is great.
What is with us running into all these crazy ladies who think they're gods recently? I mean, like, it's just, there's the lizard one, and now this, and... Any time now that, like, Shapeshifter is going to show back up, and this time I'm...
thought the dragon was a god.
That's right, that's right.
No, the dragon was specifically told that it was the chosen of a god, but in retrospect, you don't think that the dragon really knew anything about what it meant to be a chosen. However, this Ice Witch has apparently declared herself the chosen of Oral, and has been going around acting as her prophet, indiscriminately slaughtering, which is kind of within Oral's wheelhouse, as you guys figured out. But
How about we teleport her to the Caribbean? Let's see her try and get that Ice Witch bullshit going down there.
You should send her to Neverwinter. It's Neverwinter there.
Wait, hold on, I got it. What actually happened is she accidentally killed her little sister in a terrible Disney movie.
No,
I kid.
This is not Frozen. This is not Frozen. There is no musical number. There's only murder. But yeah, so there's a protection racket, which you guys have managed to capture one of the nominal leaders of it. There's this whole mysterious political guy thing, which Duvessa Shane apparently considers such a threat that she would appreciate if you guys would stick around in town for at least a couple of days and help deal with this. Then there's that whole Cult of Oral thing, which the speaker is also going to address, but there's not much you can do about it right now. You pointed her to a cult member who tried to have Hengar killed. And then Hengar is very anxious to get back home, and of course you have your friend Helda, who wants to go home as quickly as possible, but is at least going to give you guys another 2 days to sort shit out around town before she leaves and goes north. So,
and also Hoofstomp has to decide what boy he's going to take to the prom.
Whatever will he do?
the Winter Formal is a serious event, you guys. It'll determine the entire social policy of Bryn Shander for the next couple of years.
He doesn't want to have to bring his sister again.
You don't understand, I have to lose 10 pounds by the formal or I won't fit into my dress.
So with that lovely image of a monk, an aesthetic monk
Oh right,
ninja
and Minnie Moose is here, who was with us all
who's been here the entire time.
You say this like you're surprised that I'm here. I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, remember when Priya somehow tricked him into falling into that pit? That was a good time.
Yeah, the other thing is that I was listening to that earlier today. You know how Moose says that you guys super didn't question her pushing the child into a pit?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's actually true. You guys did not question her.
We
pushing
didn't.
the child
No,
into
it's totally true. No, here's legitimately what happened
No.
to me specifically. I was so confused by it that I just didn't understand what was happening. I literally was Hoofstomp somehow in the moment, and I just got confused and figured it's something reasonable must be happening.
I was
She
already.
must have a plan.
No, I didn't notice that she pushed you.
Oh.
I didn't. I somehow did not notice.
I
just
totally noticed, and I was just like, okay.
Hoofstomp was busy trying to get Wilry back out.
Yeah, Hoofstomp was busy, and Priya is Priya, so luckily for me, my bafflement was completely in character. And then I bent over the pit.
I'm glad I could provide this unique role-playing experience, Luke.
It was a genuinely good moment.
It was.
Okay, so, current campaign. So, you guys have got at least 2 days before Helda leaves for town. Hangar has already said that he'll probably leave on the cart with her.
Hold
since
on,
they're
didn't the
going
dwarf
generally the
lady-
same direction.
Hold up, didn't the dwarf lady person say that she was going to leave 3 days from the first day we got there? So now she's adding 2 days to that?
Well, no, now it's been a full day, so you guys have got 2 days left before she leaves.
Okay.
Hmm.
Speaking of which, so when you guys captured your friend Slim, the were-rat who was hiding out in the attic of Geldenstag's Rest, he had a note on him. Who is currently handling that note?
Super Nut Hoofstomp. Wilry?
What? What's
I
going
presume-
Gotta be you or me.
Sorry, Casey distracted me for a second. What's going on?
So, when you
Who
captured
has
Slim, the
plot
were-rat,
sensitive
the racket leader
I
guy,
punched him with some healing.
you
You
did.
super did.
He had a note with a mysterious magical glyph on it that basically said that there was a quote-unquote problem that needed addressing. I need to know who is currently the bearer of that note. What you guys decide to do with it after you read it.
Wilry probably has it.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
It is.
So
She's the
Methan,
responsible mama.
the priestess of Amonitor who you met last night, who was dealing with, the wounded Harbor agent Aaron, has extended the hospitality of the temple to you for a night. They've got some nominal cots and stuff that they can wheel out of the worship area for you guys to sleep for the night.
Yay!
It's comfortable, and she genuinely seems like she wants to help. So the night passes uneventfully. You guys think you hear chanting throughout the night as the priests look over Aaron, make sure he doesn't bleed out while he's in his magic healing coma.
Yes, from that amazing wound that just could...
That hit him right in a chakra point and caused all of his chi energy to flow out.
It hit him
Other
right in the
word.
It hit him right in the magical spleen. Everyone has one.
My magical squeedly smooch.
Yes, it hit him right in the squeedly spooch. I'm so glad this D&D game has randomly started having Invader Zim jokes in it. And when I say randomly, I mean because I made up a terrible nickname.
Alright, so Wilry, it's about an hour after dawn. You're sleeping peacefully, and you start to feel some kind of a warm sensation out around one of
The
your
note
belt
is
pouches.
totally bursting on fire.
In fact, when you kind of move towards it, you think that you feel some kind of heat in your belt pouch, and you open it, and you pull it out, and it looks like the note has, in fact, spontaneously burst into flame.
I feel like she, as a character, should be given the choice as to whether or not she actually pulled it out of the pouch or not.
Wilry, you have a burning piece of parchment in one of your belt pouches. Would you like to pull it out?
I would like to
Just take
dump
the
it in a glass of water that I keep on my bedside stand when I go to sleep.
Okay. No, sorry. Look, I promise I was not trying to
I know.
commandeer.
I'm just reminding you.
Sometimes I forget about that line between character movement and plot progression.
It's difficult when you're setting the stage.
Okay, so you grab the water, you pull the parchment out. I assume you throw the water on the parchment.
Yes. Or I just put the water into the pouch.
Oh, okay.
Just spill it all over.
Well, you now have a sodden, crumpled piece of paper with the ink starting to run. It's at least still partially legible, but the
Gotta read fast.
the odd symbol that you saw on the note has burned away. And before you even have a chance to analyze how that could have burst into flame,
Magic.
the doors of the temple open, and Baelish Gant, the court wizard who was so kind to you guys yesterday when you met him, he only brusquely shoved you out of the way as opposed to you get out of my way. But yeah, so Baelish Gant walks into the room with a full escort of guards behind him. I assume you guys left Slim to hang up on the statue overnight.
I don't think we were that mean.
Were you guys that mean? That's a legitimate question.
I didn't intend to be mean. I just sort of forgot.
We were a little brusque. Toofstomp is cranky because Priya's in a gummy bear coma, and we were kind of trying to tell the leader about a series of racist murders and, cult kind of thing.
Well, we probably gave him something to make him just sleep. Or something.
Hold on, who is this
They
again?
kind of beat the crap out of him, so odds are Slim is not going to need any help on the whole passing out for a couple hours to get healthy front.
Hold on, what's happening again?
Basically, the doors to the temple have opened. Baelish Gant, the core wizard, has walked in with a bunch of guards behind him. When he walks in, he sees the cleric holding a sodden note in her hand. She sees the barbarian, the ninja.
I'm asleep.
Yeah, she sees the barbarian asleep. I assume the ninja and the 14-year-old thief are also still asleep. So Gant busts in.
Hold on, can I just hold on? Does Minnie Moose sleep standing up? Because I can't imagine like a ninja like laying down. So I kind of want to imagine that he just looms in a corner restfully.
He's gotta at least be sitting.
His eyes are wide open.
His eyes actually glow in the night like nightlights. He's like a bird.
So yeah, Gant busts in to find the heroes all sleeping. They're sleeping or waking up, or in their various states of sleeping and or waking up. We're gonna say that Slim is still hanging from his little perch on the statue because you guys just kind of crashed and he was asleep before you guys even had a chance to.
I don't
ask
think
him
we were
questions.
mean enough to just leave him hanging
No,
up.
we would probably have like secured him somewhere. I mean, he is like a criminal.
We pulled up one of the drawers of the dresser and just sit him on the top drawer.
Yes, we did.
Like, it's full of blankets and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That
It's
works.
like a bunk bed.
We just kind of like used a stick to jam under the handle.
Yeah.
No, we found a utility closet and we just jammed a chair under the doorknob.
No one.
I'm trying to make sure I get this wonderful image in my head so I can impart it to the listeners at home. So the party. So Willery is clearly awake. The rest of the party is in various states of sleepiness. And then there's Slim tied up, stuffed in the top drawer of a wardrobe with the doorknob kind of stuck under it to keep it from falling. He just kind of takes in the entire room unimpressed. He's gonna wave to his guards. They're gonna move to pluck Slim from up out of his little cabinet resting place and bring him along. And then Meathen, your good priestess of Monitor friend, is going to come up from the basement, kind of rubbing sleep out of her eyes, and she sees Baelish Gant, armed guards, and they're kind of moving towards one of her wardrobes with, not misintent, but just, intent. So she's like, Wizard Gant, would you kindly explain why you brought these men into this holy temple? Save your whimpering, priestess. We mean no harm.
Hold on a sec. Can I use a line real
This
quick?
is just a panty raid.
Damn it! I was just gonna. How? Oh.
This man is a business associate of mine, and your friends here have rather...
Okay, seriously? Really? Business associate? Okay, I mean, I'm not criticizing you. I'm just like, wow, dude.
Well, no, he doesn't look happy about it. He looks very disgruntled. And when he says business associate, there's
No,
a
it's
lot
got
of venom in that
giant-
statement and a lot of reluctance. As in, he would
Giant
sooner be
air
calling
quotes.
Slim his pet.
So
But-
he's calling this known criminal who has been known to murder and stab people an associate of his, but he's really not happy about it. Like,
Well, that might be
this
something to point out
sucks.
to the town guards who are being told to pluck this guy out and take him away without trial or arrest.
I'm asleep.
Who almost killed somebody last night and has been killing people in your city?
Do you have evidence of these supposed murders?
Guy stabbed in the Sweetly Spooch downstairs.
Yeah, that guy should have been dead. The reason he's not.
You see, I see a group of well-armed people before me, and I see
Oh my god!
a man who has
really?
not been lawfully accused of any crimes, tied up and shoved in a cabinet to sleep. So it makes me question who's the real criminal here. Now, were there any evidence to these allegations? I would be inclined
Hoofstomp
to.
is kind of roll over and sleepily hold up the were-rat dude's daggers he had, which I presume they're probably pretty bloody. These.
Rust stains. I know this poor creature. He's not one.
He kind of rubs his thumb on it and shows the bloody thumb to him. Hoofstomp very tired. Hoofstomp very large, ex-barbarian warrior type person. If waking up Hoofstomp maybe could be doing much better lies than this.
What?
You heard a huff from Silas's bed.
Why
and
was
he
that
pulled off
the
his blanket.
implication?
What is all
sir?
this noise? I can't sleep with all this
We being very thinly accused of maybe having caused murders instead of small were-rat man, who, by the way, did bite Hoofstomp, and Fang bite could be matched up to Fang in his mouth. Very easy.
That's a rat bite. I
I
ain't no
can't
rat.
understand you right after you wake up.
Very obviously larger bite mark. This is so stupid.
The guards at the sight of blood seem inclined to believe you, but they're looking to Gant and just taking all their cues from Gant since he's technically their boss. Like he's got the speaker's ear, so they realize it's in their best interest to probably do as he says.
Wilry's
Pretty sure.
going to say that he is under her arrest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, who imparted you the legal authority to arrest
Hoofstomp
people
literally
and
starts like laughing
speakers to
quietly
Bessie
at that.
City?
As a member of the Sisterhood, I have jurisdiction anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Well, I think we might need to have a discussion about your jurisdiction in this city. For right now, I don't believe that you have the right to arrest citizens.
Ooh, you gonna try and arrest cleric? That's not a good idea. So you come in
Well, these
here.
fine gentlemen might be inclined to take you in for questioning. After all, you did take a
Hoofstomp
member of the
stands up.
citizenry hostage without having any due reason
Hoofstomp
to
stands
do
up
so.
and slowly straightens up. Kind of looks over the guards.
They seem a little more inclined to listen to you now, but still taking their cues from their boss.
Hoofstomp, pretty sure you having to do this on the fly, because coming in here, declaring them your associate, we've been talking to town leader for like days now. One day? Was it really just one day? Oh, Hoofstomp's so tired. Hoofstomp like goes to lay back down.
We had a very busy day yesterday.
Oh.
Now the broken English is catching. Lori's doing it.
We're all very tired.
I woke up to a letter I took off this fiend, burning in my belt pouch.
May I see this
Just
letter?
as you... No.
You may see it, but I'm not going to let you touch it.
How
Hold it above his
juvenile.
head.
How do I know that's not just a shopping list? Oh, I see you got it wet. I'm sorry. How do I know it's not just a wet shopping list?
Hoofstomp not appreciating your very rude, very clumsy attempt to lie.
Also, we don't use shopping list, moron.
Like Wilry
Where-
How
needed.
else would I get my stuff?
We just send out him. He knows what we need.
Yeah.
You know, you seem very eager to accuse me of all these.
Yes,
Calumnies.
because you come in here in middle of night into a
Midnight.
temple, which you don't technically have legal access to because holy areas are technically their own area apart from the law. And also, like, immediate assumption was like, oh, maybe you guys are a criminal. That's not...
Well, just to
Really
keep the chronology
suspicious.
straight here, it's actually a little after dawn. These guys did not just bust in the middle of the night.
Even
Oh.
Hoofstomp still says middle of the night.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So, well,
Stomp is very
Methan.
tired.
All right. Well, Methan is not inclined to argue about jurisdiction with these guards, and especially not with somebody who's got the ear of the town speaker. So he seems just to let this go on as long as there's no violence involved.
Mm.
She wants to help you guys. Don't get me wrong. She definitely wants to
No,
help you
she's
guys
not
as
going to
much.
get between this nonsense. That's
Yeah.
totally understandable.
This is not her deal. She's not going to get in the middle of this if she can avoid it.
Maybe not walk into area, call head nice priestess lady like Missy. Seem like not a good way to open this.
I apologize for any disrespect I may have caused. Now, the issue here is that there's a member of the
Stomp
citizenry
like
and
applauds
a member
slowly.
of my retinue currently
Retinue?
being held captive without any
Yes.
sort of legal
Also,
recourse.
yes. Also, yes.
I think you may need to come have
No.
some questions asked by Sheriff Markham. I
Nope.
think you might have some concerns
Nope.
about this.
Nope.
Look, we got him off the
Are
street.
you resisting arrest, sir? I'm sure my guardsmen would be very, very happy
Would
to have
they?
a little bit of
Are you
exercise.
placing us under arrest?
What charge?
No. Just bringing you in to answer some questions. It could turn into placing you under
Then
arrest if you
we
continue to
citizen-
resist.
Then
Then we
No,
refuse.
we're not resisting arrest. If you are not arresting us.
yes.
So
Good
are you
job,
an
ladies.
actual policeman?
Pretty sure he not. Pretty sure he just person who lady in charge of stuff delegates stuff to because she has too much stuff to do.
That's right. The speaker does delegate to me, and it would be a shame if if the newest heroes of Bryn Shander would be placed in a cell for several days while
Would
she
it?
was busy dealing with other matters that required her urgent attention.
Yeah, sure would look good. You pulling us off, nice people, killed the Yeti, helped a nice citizen in the area who was being extorted by man in drawer for money at pain of injury.
Again, Slim pipes in this. That's a lie. I never extorted anybody. I'm a legitimate businessman. You tell him. You tell him. Slim, shut up.
That right. And you know what? He wasn't even good fighter when he tried to attack us. Super bad at it.
At this point, Methan is going to get... Gant, I apologize for any misunderstanding here. I'm sure my friends are new to the area. I'm sure they just need some time to get acclimated to the law around here.
Really?
I'm sure there's a negotiation that can benefit everybody.
No.
If they're allowed to go free on their way, I'm sure they would have no issues apologizing to you for taking your friend here hostage.
I don't
What?
apologize for people who
I'm not
break into my fucking house.
She's trying to come to an amicable resolution of this because the guards, at the mention of getting some exercise, are very clearly going for their spears. The guys bringing
Really?
Slim down, or well, again,
God.
this is their boss, and you guys are responding to his questions by calling him a liar. And
Yes,
acting
because
very
he's
shady.
being such a transparent liar. It's like not even like really. Also, we're the people who defeated the Yetis, and also this other guy is clearly like the shadiest.
That might be the
crook.
only reason why they haven't already pulled out the truncheons and started advancing threateningly.
Okay, actually, Hoofstomp can use. Actually, you know what? Hoofstomp's gonna stand.
I mean, the solution that Methan is proposing
Hold
here
up,
is
hold
that
up.
you guys let him take
Hold up,
Slim.
guys. Hoofstomp stands up and holds out his wrists and put together. Okay, arrest Hoofstomp.
Okay, Slim seems legitimately surprised by that, but he signals to two of his guards. They move forward very...
But I want to. If I'm being arrested, then I think I have legal right to talk to Speaker for Town.
He kind of goes right in the face. Speaker Shane is a very busy woman. She doesn't have time to speak to every con that
She
can be
does,
held in
because she
themselves.
asked us to stay in town. Asked us special to stay in town.
Also,
What
this
will be
man...
staying in town? You'll be enjoying the hospitality of a cell. Well, I figure out how to deal with this mess.
Pretty sure you're not allowed to do that.
This
Really?
man went to college. He knows his legal rights.
Bard College.
I should probably verify as the DM. This is the kind of situation where you do what he says, or he has you thrown in prison on a trumped-up charge and keeps you in there for several days. He does not seem at all concerned about abridging the law here. So it's either you do what he says and let him get away with this, or you just deal with it at a later date, or he throws your ass in a cell and you can just drop
There's
it.
no option in the module for us to do anything else, is there?
I mean, you can try to convince the guards to let you take Slim into custody. You can try...
I mean, we could
again,
kill them and become fugitives, but...
Tempting.
Well, I mean,
tempting.
this is a town representative exercising his legal right to essentially make sure that the law in the town is being upheld. Now, whether or not that's an actual right afforded him, it's kind of unclear. But it seems like the guards are taking their cues from him right now. It's gonna take some charisma and/or intimidation to convince them that you should be allowed to keep Slim, and that this should not end with you being put in a jail cell.
Okay.
Don't I have a bonus in intimidation?
It should say on your character sheet whether or not
Yeah,
it's
sure
one of your
do.
skills. Okay, so you do get a +2 bonus to any intimidation rolls you attempt to make. However, I will point out that trying to intimidate a town guard and failing is not the kind of thing that will not end.
There's
well.
different types of intimidation. Let's see here.
I actually have to open up Roll20 real quick, so hang on.
Mm-hmm.
No. I forgot. I forgot that was a thing I needed. Would intimidation go with but that
would be
goes with
charisma, yeah.
doesn't it?
Okay, what kills me though is we literally were asked by the speaker for the town to stay in town. So I feel like there's got to be like something where it'd be like if we were in jail, she'd be like, "Oh, hey, where are those guys?" And if they're like in jail, she wouldn't be like, "Oh, okay," because Snow Witch.
Wouldn't she be really pissed? Yeah.
But I feel like the module doesn't have that as an option, so.
It's not necessarily a narrative thing. It's just that this is a guy who has a lot of power in town. He's exercising that power. Whether or not he has the right to exercise that power is a matter of debate.
But you, as the DM, just said you only have this choice.
No, I'm saying that this is what the character is trying to do.
Oh, come on! You gotta clarify that then. As a DM, if you say you only have the choice to just let this happen or go in a jail cell.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's what he's offering you. He's saying, Sorry, I didn't.
Okay.
Sorry.
You made it sound
so
like.
the option he's offering is do what I say or go to jail. Nathan is saying, no, go with this. Here's a negotiation that suits everybody. Or you can try to figure out another way out of this that allows you to retain custody of Slim and not go to jail.
Casey got a 20.
That wasn't a charisma check. That was a stealth check. I quietly slip out of the room and
Go wake up the speaker.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Well, the guards and everybody are so concerned with Hoofstomp and Slint and Vance. They're so concerned with Hoofstomp and Vance.
I got a 20 in intimidation.
Hoofstomp is still holding his wrists together, by the way. So if any of the guards want to step up.
Well, they're kind of confused because they're kind of confused at this because they're like, wait, you're seriously volunteering to be arrested? I mean, that's not typical. Okay, so I've got a 20 for stealth, so Stormfist is able to slip out of the room. I've got a 20 on intimidation. Minnie, what are you saying to try and what are you trying to do and what are you trying to convince
Minnie
these guards
says,
to do?
"I will eat your hopes and dreams."
Well, just mentioning the speaker while asking us to stay here isn't good enough.
It might be coupled with a successful intimidation check. We
should have gotten it in writing. Licensed dumb adventurers to do all the stuff.
I just need to use real dice. The dice roll has not liked me these last few games.
You gonna use my ring?
No, I'm gonna use your precision dice.
Ring of power.
Okay. So Stormfist is leaving to go get the speaker. Minnie, you've definitely at least success. Okay, so as far as the intimidation check
threatening
goes,
that wouldn't
Hillary is going through her
sending
bag
us to jail by false charges.
Yep.
They don't have any evidence. They're just
Yep,
saying they were gonna arrest you.
Yep, Hoofstomp would be put in jail for super illegal reasons. Would not be
Wouldn't
first
that be
time.
grounds for their rights? Like they'd lose their job.
well, this is a frontier town, so legal justice goes about as far as you've been put into jail. The sheriff basically gets to decide whether or not you get what your punishment is.
Good thing the sheriff here is such a reasonable man who's really good at wielding that much kind of power. Super not the worst.
And I mean, it
ever.
seems like this is the kind of situation where, even if the speaker hears about it, Slim will just go, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was a complete misunderstanding. I didn't mean to overreach my bounds." And she
How? How has it got?
Yeah, I mean, he's an important guy in town with a lot of influence.
How?
And she's very clearly
Why?
respected.
What does he do? Does he volunteer to charities after work? Is he a businessman?
No.
Is he a merchant? If it's
I mean,
just
he's
political,
the court
then that
wizard,
doesn't
and
make
as
sense.
Duvessa and Speaker
He
Shane
has
already
magic,
mentioned-
so he can light people on fire.
Well, no, he has
Great.
magic. As Speaker Shane mentioned to you guys, that he's been a very useful advisor. He's currently trying to track down whoever is organizing these gangs and whoever's plotting against
Which
her.
is him.
It is him.
Gee, could it be that the visor,
Do I have zone
the
of truth?
literal second in command, is somehow being...
You don't have Zone of Truth, Kate. I'm
When,
sorry.
when do I get that back?
Yeah,
I think
I'm a
level
second
3.
level.
Okay, so sorry. So Minnie, you rolled intimidation.
let's see.
Essentially, if I can make a recommendation, your best bet might be to point out to the guards that you're in good with the speaker, and if they think the court wizard is going to be a problem, the person who pays the court wizard's salary might have a couple of things to say if some of the people who she's been keeping an eye on mysteriously turn up in a jail cell.
Also, in
This guy
case
better
they
be-
weren't aware, we're beloved icons of the people in the town.
Mm-hmm.
And if they found out that we were put in jail, they would probably do whatever was possible
That hits a
to
court.
throw you out of power.
The guards have been walking their beat. They know that everybody's kind of tense right now because of the beast attack, so odds
You
are
are in
everybody-
power because everyone else is too weak to stand up to it. If you do something this big, it's not going to go unnoticed.
Holy crap. Your character Silas is terrifying.
He super is, and it definitely hits a core with these guys.
I just woke
The
up.
proletariat
I'm
will not
just
stand
in a
for this
nightshirt,
forever.
And these strange
feel like
men
that-
are in my room.
Casey shows up with the speaker.
I'm very confused.
All right, well, hold on. Okay, so the intimidation definitely works, and bringing up Speaker Shane definitely hits a core with these guys.
That's great, because I just want him to, like, say that speech about the speaker and the people and everything, and then, like, quiet cough, there's the speaker.
Right
Yes,
behind
yes,
him.
exactly.
It hasn't been that long.
Dun
It hasn't
dun
been that long in
dun
game
dun
time.
dun dun
Like,
dun dun
Storm
dun
just
dun
literally just ran out of the room and is
dun.
hauling ass to the Speaker's Palace right now.
I
Okay,
still say we
but-
let Hoofstomp get arrested so that when she shows up, he's being hauled off in chains on no charges.
Yes,
So the captain of the guards at that mention is gonna look over to. Yeah,
No,
sir. I don't
please,
entirely
arrest-
feel comfortable arresting these people without going to the
No,
Speaker first, or at least the
please.
sheriff.
Arrest
Maybe
Hoofstomp!
if they agree to let the halfling go,
Come
we can just
on.
call it even.
Now you're
Hoofstomp's
scaring 'em off.
arrestable. Look at these wrists.
Ugh.
But at this point, they're just completely ignoring Hoofstomp because they think he's trying to pull some kind of con because he's being very
Yeah.
unsubtle about it.
A little bit.
He's basically rubbing his wrists against their face and like, arrest me.
But Van, at the mention of just letting them go, he's just gonna kind of give a wide shrug. I'm inclined to be generous. Our good friends have done. good
Hoofstomp is
service
passively
now.
resisting arrest. Also, we not giving up the halfling.
I already told you, he is under my arrest.
Uh-huh.
Again, the guard is gonna go. Well, I mean, come on,
Lori takes
guys.
out her paperwork.
You really don't have the kind of authority to be doing this thing. Like, he's
Do they
not
have
listening to the
handcuffs on
town.
them?
You don't really have any evidence that he's tried to kill anybody. All we have is your word for it. He'll say something
Hoofstomp
different.
points to the bite
Would it
wound.
be easier just to let him go?
Matt, Lori takes out her paperwork and she got a 23.
Is this the paperwork from when you guys were sent to free Hangar?
No, this is my sisterhood paperwork.
Well, he looks
So
it over.
basically, hold on. What just happened is this is that moment where in the movie someone takes out their ID that says they're from the FBI,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
and like the whole room just goes silent, and the jerk sheriff is all like, "Oh, damn," just like
With the
All right,
FBI.
well, the mention of the sister.
You can just call me Agent
Coupled with a 23 on is this a specific kind of check or is it just a general charisma check?
It is a charisma check.
Okay.
which is great because that
Coupled with
means
the 23 charisma, he looks over the orders. He still doesn't. He doesn't feel entirely comfortable letting some stranger arrest somebody. But this is very official paperwork, and he does not want to mess with, a established religious order.
That's right.
Badge too.
real quick.
He'll give you this compromise. He
Don't
will-
mess in matters you
He'll
don't
let you keep
understand.
Slim in your custody, but you have to take him with you to the speaker so she can decide whether or not it's completely within, the legal bounds for you to keep him in your own custody.
Do any of the guards in the area have like actual handcuffs just on them, like the way
They
police do
got
on
they
the belt?
got shackles that they can at least clap you in irons and take you to a prison cell.
I kind of want Hoofstomp to just grab one of the shackles and start putting it on.
Casey really
Well,
wants to throw.
the guard closest you kind of freaks out when you go for his shackles, but when he sees you just clapping them to your own wrists, just struggling with the locks because you don't have the key,
Uh-huh.
he just kind of lets you struggle with them for a while.
No, hold on. Hoofstomp's gonna take out a hairpin.
Are you gonna lie?
Again, he's kind of uncomfortable with the picking of locks. But
Except that I'm trying to close
except
it.
Hostom is picking the lock to put himself in cuffs, so he's at least willing to let it go. But yeah, so the new compromise that the captain of the guard is offering is that he's willing to let Slim stay in your custody, so long as you take him to the speaker first, so she can verify whether or not it's okay for you guys to essentially be carting this guy around as your prisoner. And Van is just,
That was the
excuse
plan.
me? No, the speaker is not here. She's trusted me to deal with this matter. So
What's
either
the
you
role?
put these people in chains right now because they've clearly made themselves a nuisance to the peace, or you can find yourself a new job.
What's the roll to close a pair of shackles?
Dex.
Awesome.
Casey really wants to show up with the speaker.
Damn it.
Well, I mean, if you guys just want to keep them talking, like, you don't, like, if we try to keep them talking in, like, actual time, it's going to take at least another 10 to 15 minutes for Casey to get to the speaker's palace alone. Hostomp claps the shackles around his own wrists successfully by messing about with a hairpin. But yeah,
Idiots on Twitter.
I would say that to stall for time while the speaker tries to show up, it's going to require, let's say it's about a 20-minute run to get the speaker, and then another 20 minutes to get back. So I'm going to need 4 separate charisma checks to stall for about 10-minute periods.
Okay.
So let's
Can
go
we all
with
make
a
a go?
charisma check. Let's go for let's see. Well, Wilry, you've been doing most of the talking. You seem to have the most success, so they're inclined to listen to you for a while. So let's give you 2 of the charisma checks. Hostomp and Silas will get a charisma check each to try and stall these guards.
Okay, let me... 15... 18.
Okay. So 18's an actual success. You're able to keep these guys stalled for about 10 minutes, but they start to kind of lose interest over time.
Let's see.
And Van is visibly getting angrier and angrier. This is not how he wanted this to go. He wanted you to just give him Slim and then walk away or arrest you or do something to you.
Hostomp's too weird for this today.
I will say that Hostomp locking himself into the shackles makes him a very compelling individual, so I'll give you advantage on the charisma check while you struggle with your shackles, and the guards kind of just marvel at you for a while. So give me another charisma check and just...
Hostomp is like
desire to-
cheerfully explaining to them about how you use it to close a lock. He used to use this to get out of chores. Okay, Hostomp like beams at them really big and just sparkles poof into existence around him.
Well, Hostomp, you're able to give him a very deft lesson about locking yourself into a pair of handcuffs, and you're even able to demonstrate getting back out of the handcuffs, which they're not entirely comfortable with. But that you know, that kills at least another couple of minutes.
Hostomp's like, is why when someone has big hair, you gotta pat that down.
At which point we're going to rejoin our good friend Stormfist. Stormfist, you just kind of storm into the speaker's palace. No pun intended. Silent as a ninja.
Mini Moose, you're our only hope.
Speaker Shane is just coming out, you know, getting set up to do morning council and, you know, listen to her supplicants when she sees a very stealthy purple-clad ninja slip into the room and, you know, hello here. Wait, what happened to your friends?
We're in the middle of being arrested.
In the process of getting arrested.
What's the name of the asshole person?
Baelish Gant.
Baelish Gant is attempting to place them under arrest for no actual charges.
Wait. My court wizard?
Yes.
Well, I find that hard to believe.
I can show you. You brought up. I just came from there.
He's trying. What's the charge that he's trying to have them arrested on?
Having arrested Slim.
You're able to kind of sum up that, you know.
Yeah, what's going on there?
You were assaulted last night. You took the person responsible captive, and he's already confessed to being a part of the protection racket that her sheriff has been trying to deal with ineffectually for the past couple of days. And, you know, once you sum up the situation, she's gung-ho to at least come with you and see what the situation is before flat out condemning Gant.
And Hoofstomp is successfully in chains.
All right, so Casey, you're able to sum it all up. She decides to come with you and at least see what's going on.
This is like the most aggressive passive resistance ever.
At which point they're on their way back. Silas, why don't you go and give me that distraction check? If you want to use your intimidation skill, you can.
Oh, okay, cool.
You just start talking to them about nihilism. Have you ever considered that all the dreams you once had have been forgotten?
Say what you want about Nazism, man.
Oh, God!
Do you want to talk about the lecture you give for the next 10 minutes that keeps these guys very well distracted?
Oh, God!
I could talk to them about the fickleness of memory and how their mother's
I'm just imagining a rising Germanic chorus behind you.
Group's Raven.
Shadows are slowly beginning to gather.
The fear.
A crow lands nearby and caws. Oh, God.
At some point it turns into a poetry reading.
Yeah.
Okay, Edgar Allan Poe.
Snap, 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 snap.
I wrote this poem a couple years ago on my live journal.
It's called My Teammates Threw Me Over a Pool of Acid.
That wasn't me.
It was me.
All right. Well, the nihilism lecture severely depresses the guards and keeps them, locked in for another couple of minutes. Gant is visibly growing angry. So Wilry, this is not what he anticipated. You guys, the guards are just mesmerized by you guys, and they're kind of caught in the middle between a
They
group of
did
people
not
who will very
anticipate
clearly
all of
kill
his
them
men
right
then
now,
are broken.
or
We're the worst.
it's
Broken
a choice
trust.
between do I want to be fired or do I want to be killed?
Hang on. So you're saying they're stuck between a rock and a hoof place?
Damn
You're
Okay.
such a dad.
So Wilry, if you want to give me one, so Gant is rallying up for a speech. So Wilry, if you want to give me one more charisma check to try and keep these guys screwed in for the next 10 minutes. which
Do a
should-
charisma check for cookies.
No. Do a charisma check to rile him into yelling.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys let me speak, I would have just said I crit.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I want him yelling when the speaker gets here.
As soon as you open your mouth.
Hold on,
No,
no,
that is enough of this
Hold on a sec, hold
ridiculous nonsense.
She
I am
offers
the
him
court
cookies.
wizard of Bryn Shander. I have so many more important duties to deal with that don't involve sitting here being distracted for a half hour. Do you realize who I am? Do you realize what I could do to you? You
realize how little
He
time
just
you may
goes
possibly
into a
have in
rant
your
for the
life.
next 10 minutes that just goes on and on and on, and everybody is just stuck there. He's ranting about how he's going to
Wilbury has
turn
started.
you to dust and burn you to the ground.
I just sidle up to him and be like, "You could die tomorrow." That's not a threat, by the way.
It's just the truth. You don't know how it'll happen.
And while he's in full tirade, I show up with the speaker.
Hold on, Minnie's just like, you could slip in the shower tomorrow. Would you be proud of yourself?
Have you
But
been
yeah,
checking
so-
yourself for lumps? Cancer is very prevalent these days.
I just want to stand up and walk away from my computer, but I can't.
Why?
Leg clubs are very common in high altitudes.
So while Van is ranting and Silas is just taking his time to terrify the followers, Van is winding himself up to a stormy conclusion. Stormfist, when you arrive with Speaker Shane, you see him, and when the speaker hears of this, I'm going to guarantee you spend the next 10 years in chains doing hard labor. Shane at that point shows up. Well, the speaker's here. Gant, red in the face, goes visibly pale. And he does one of those slow turnarounds.
Hoofstomp waves at her while in shackles.
Clank,
Which,
clank.
by the way, I just want to point something out. If they try to explain what happened, they're going to have to say to her, no, he put himself in chains. Honest, we didn't do it.
It was a peaceful protest.
So
I wanna ask-
a very awkward silence. Stomp waves.
Clank, 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 clank.
I'm going to very sincerely hope that this is an oversight on your part and that you did not just try to take the duties of sheriff into your hands, because I know that Sheriff Markham, who already has a very deep dislike of you, would take it very personally if you were using his guards to do his work.
Ooh, Sheriff doesn't like this guy? I like Sheriff more now.
Speaker, I was just trying to enforce the law. These people.
Oh, you're here to take that. He's here to take the halfling who is running a protection racket. That's a friend of his. He said so when he came here. They're witnesses.
That's a
Guard's
dirty
witness.
He is going right in the face. He did not expect to be outmaneuvered like this. He's just sputtering for words. Slim is just stock quiet, still up in his cupboard because the guards just stopped getting him down after a certain point.
He's just in the cupboard. We had to take it.
You guys are being the diplomat that she is and being one from, not dealing with bullshit. Baelish, I'm going to ask you to go. I know that there are several other important duties that you can deal with, and I can wrap things up here well enough. I'm sure that your business associate, if he has nothing to fear, will enjoy a couple of days in our fine prison facilities. Meanwhile, these people are deputies of the town, and I would appreciate it if you weren't trying to get in the way of them doing their jobs. And then why did you not inform him that you were deputized yesterday? I'm so sorry.
He's super not listen.
We told him we were gonna arrest him, so I don't know.
Again, she sees you in check. So did you? So which one of you shackled him?
That man will be hung.
I assume at this point Hoofstomp just raises his hand.
Yeah, he just kind of raises his hand. Oh, Hoofstomp thought it was a good idea to try and go along with the law. Hoofstomp don't want to be in trouble.
Oh
Oh my god.
I need a charisma check on it with a pouty face.
I kind of hope if I fail this, that means that he's just got a shit-eating grin on right now.
This does not need a charisma check.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Shane knows you're full of bullshit, but it's so delicious she just doesn't care. So she is just gonna indicate that Gan should go away sputtering. She's gonna indicate to the guards to return to their posts and see that you're unchained, that you're all
We're either the
unchained and
best or
shackled.
worst
So stop, you
D&D
have no
party
problem
ever.
getting out of the shackles. We've already done it once.
Yeah, he just kind of he does the Hercules thing. Just kapoomp, snaps him off.
Hey, I need to. Those come out of my pay.
Hoofstomp hands him money.
It's five gold for a pair of shackles. So
He pays it. Does this mean Hoofstomp can keep them? Because now they're just like bracelets.
yeah, sure, why not? You paid for them.
Awesome! I want to put gold leaf on these.
So the guards are all gonna go away. Slim is gonna stay tied up in his little cupboard, looking very long in the face. Gant, however, will remain. Speaker Shane, I would urge you not to do anything rash, despite what they may have to say, despite what my business associate may have to say. I had no idea that he was involved in these illegal activities. I am shocked that he would be involved in this. Shane just kind of gives him a hand wave. Gant, I value your counsel. You've been very useful to me. I'm sure we can overlook this oversight so long as you go back about your duties. And he will we'll just glower at you guys and then just kind of walk away. So Beth is just kind of staring at what happened. She just successfully watched a party of adventurers stall a group of guards for 40 minutes and just send the court wizard into a complete tailspin.
Which, by the way, included a 10-minute lecture about how to use a hairpin to get in and out of shackles.
Slim is being very quiet up in his cupboard, trying his best to act as if he does not exist.
He's trying his best.
Speaker will step up. She'll explain that the deputy status, she'll do her best to, make sure that all the guards hear about that, but that's a sudden thing now. Hopefully it should mean less trouble in the future. Gant apparently is just very voracious in his protection of the town. And, despite this oversight, she still trusts him enough to keep her in her counsel, but she'll keep a closer eye on him.
Good enough for us.
Right after this letter I had in my pocket burst into flames.
Oh, yeah, it had, out of character, it had that symbol on it, so we should see if, she could, if one of us can write down the symbol again.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I can, kind of restore it? I've got, a little bit of...
There's not really anything left to restore it. And again, the paper has already, been damaged somewhat.
But could one of us...
So even if you could somehow restore the symbol, the ink running all down the page is gonna basically mean that the note can't be restored.
What I was gonna say is we could write down what was on it on a fresh piece of paper. I don't think it would be something we could use in a court of law or whatever, but
Well, yeah, if you want to recreate the symbol,
Yeah.
I'm going to need somebody to perform an intelligence check to just recall the symbol and
Okay.
put it down to paper.
Okay.
Hoofstomp is gonna go get some breakfast while he lets someone do that.
Matt, can I use wisdom instead?
I'm gonna stick with int because this isn't so much a thing where it's common sense. This is something where you have to specifically recall the symbol and then
Quick, get Silas.
transcribe it.
Well, there we go. I got a 20.
Oh my god.
Okay. Silas did it.
Silas,
just
with your skill at forging signatures, you just swoop, 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 swoop.
Silas just like rolls his eyes. Baby's
When you
first.
recreate the glyph, Duvessa visibly goes pale. This can't be. No.
Hold on, I just want to say that Silas is just like, baby's first day at encryption camp.
Yeah.
I love the weird mythos.
I'm going to have to keep a much closer watch on Gant because this is his symbol. What was it this note
Symbol,
said?
huh?
Silas presumably can recreate what the note said too.
Well, no, you can just tell her that the note said that Slim was being sent to deal with a quote unquote problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is the guy who's downstairs bleeding out of his squeedly spooch.
It also specifically mentions something about the town speaker and the public gathering at during a holiday in 3 days.
Yeah, he's super gonna try and stab her.
Well, when you tell her what the content of the note says, she stews on it for a bit. No.
Hoofstomp
I'll
is
keep
like,
a closer eye on Gant, but no. Why would he? What possible reason could he have to?
He
take
wants
me
your
into custody?
position.
He's been working to try and make sure that I keep my seat as speaker.
No,
Hoofstomp's like,
he wants
make
your
your
speaker.
Hoofstomp's like, oh, you his friend, right? But you friend who have power. If you his friend who stays in power for now, then you die. And he's all like, oh, boo-hoo, my friend. But also, I could rule the town maybe and sacrifice it to an ice witch.
Again, she just kind of
Hoofstomp
shake.
said
No,
it best.
I know, Gant. None of this fit.
Do you really know him?
Oh, Hoofstomp holds up saying, could be shapeshifter. That happened to us. Hoofstomp, by the way, is like making oatmeal. He like got the stuff.
She doesn't seem particularly unnerved by the possibility of betrayal or the possibility of being killed. She seems to, she lives in a pretty harsh environment, so she's used to these possibilities. It's more the fact that she just doesn't think that this would fit for Gant.
She's not mad. She's disappointed.
Yeah, essentially she doesn't see how these pieces fit together.
Pieces fit together with toxic friend, pretty much, but no. It's hard.
This is her more missing piece of the puzzle, and she's a very practical kind of woman, so she's not going to jump to any conclusions until she can get the full picture.
Totally fair.
But to that effect, she's going to ask you guys, she knows that you were asked to leave, you mentioned having plans on leaving the town in 2 days. She would feel infinitely safer if you would at least agree to stay in town until the holiday of High Harvest Tide, which is when this big public event is supposed to go on. And then after High Harvest Tide, she'll provide you with horses, supplies, whatever you need to catch up with your friends. And either proceed onward to the Dwarven Valley or up to the Ragged Glacier. The thing is, you won't have time for both. You might be able to run into Hell down the road and then go the rest of the way to the glacier with Hangar, but based on how desperate he made the situation sound up there, the sooner you get up there, the better. And then, of course, there's the fact that Helda promised to pay you when you got all the way to the Dwarven Valley. There's no way to see how she'll respond if you decide to haul ass up to the Ragged Glacier halfway down the road.
Well, the thing is that the Dwarven thing isn't like, as far as we know, there's no like deathly unfortunate stuff. She just needs someone to accompany her. So we could possibly ask in return for us staying if it would be at all possible to arrange for a guard or two from the city if there's anyone. Obviously, Hoofstomp can't say all this for God's sakes, but Meta.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I understand. She'll chew over that for a bit. It's the same situation that she told you earlier. She can't remove the sheriff or remove guards from the town because it's just not safe right now. However, if you were to secure her seat as speaker in the town and get, ensure some stability, she might be able to rustle up some guardsmen.
There's a lot she could do there.
Yeah.
So that sounds pretty reasonable altogether. Hoofstomp just breaks off into like an eloquent, well, you see, no. He's making oatmeal. He's in like the kitchen. He found an apron somewhere.
Alright,
He's
so
pouring on the cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
seeing Hustomp go into the back to make breakfast, Shane's going to take her leave and thank you and apologize again for this horrible misunderstanding. She'll do what she can to keep an eye on Gant. So it's dawn. Methan has told you, given you a couple of leads. You got a couple. So let's summarize what's gone on so far. And Slim. Let's not forget Slim. She's also going to ask that you allow her to take Slim into custody for now.
Oh, totally.
Just,
So
okay.
so long as she knows where Slim is, and there's actually someone who isn't this wizard dude's like entourage or whatever keeping an eye on him, but like.
She guarantees that she'll see to it to make sure that Slim is, kept.
Yeah,
under
because
careful
we
guard.
kind of don't want. Because out of character, what I'm worried about is Slim gets taken off by a wizard dude, mysteriously shows up dead in the jail cells.
Oh no! I can guarantee you, we have some very, very secure, very secret cells, and I'm sure our friend here would enjoy the hospitality of. And Slim's just like, parlay? No parlay.
That's a good line.
But so she grabs a passing patrol and asks them to help her escort your friend to quote unquote chambers more suitable to his station, and she'll take her leave of you. So Slim is at least within her custody. He should be able to provide her with some valuable information about this protection racket that he's been running for the past couple of months. So you guys, so it's about dawn right now. Meet then, when you spoke to her last, mentioned a couple of leads. She's willing to extend, now the crisis is over, she's willing to extend the hospitality of the temple to you for as long as you'd like. But she would appreciate if you would follow up on some of those leads that she gave you. Specifically, that there was a crate of silvered weapons that Aaron came north with that is currently being essentially hidden away by a local merchant. She would feel, given how Aaron has already been, assaulted, it seems inevitable that an assault on this cache of weapons is going to happen. So she would appreciate if you would speak to this merchant and try to see about guarding the shipment. There's also the half-elf hunter Alganel, who she mentioned, who is in town right now.
Oh yeah.
Who has been having some difficulties in the wild as of late, encounters with some ragged people. The sheriff apparently hasn't done much about it, but if this is related to all this gang activity, Alganel would certainly appreciate the help, and it might help.
It's an urban area, and there's a lot of problem with gangs.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So there's securing weapons.
I blame the lack of after-school programs.
There's no DARE program in Icewind Dale. It's a real problem.
No, after school, arts, book clubs, that kind of stuff.
There was never an after-school program.
There's ice fishing. In fact, the only after-school program that they offer is ice fishing. It's actually very sad.
Competitive
Yeah,
snow
so-
building.
You guys can secure the weapons, but that.
Competitive losing.
So secure the weapons. Look into this gang, this roving gang that apparently has been stealing this hunter's catches. You could explore the town, or of course there's always the option of deciding that you'd rather just get going for the Dwarven Valley and never get adventure right now. Whatever you'd like to do.
We're probably gonna do the weapon things. I doubt anyone would, because for starters, there's silver weapons, and maybe you
Yeah,
happen to have a few spares.
I'd feel safer with that.
Mm-hmm. Also, there's werewolves everywhere, and we're gonna have to do the big defending the leader of the town from a inevitable betrayal deal. So.
All right. So when you mentioned that you're interested in seeing about the weapons first, making sure those are secure, maybe you're getting your hands on them yourself.
No. We're not gonna mention to the nun. By the way, we're gonna
Look,
totally.
she makes it clear that she, if you were to protect these weapons, she'd feel better if you got them, especially since there's were-rats and stuff running around, and a group of brave adventurers like yourselves could probably find some use out of a freely silvered weapon.
Ooh.
So she's
Silas.
going to dress you to Dunovan. He is a merchanter who essentially has settled down in town. He owns a number of warehouses out on the fringe of town, but he still operates a market. He still operates a stall in the market square where he tries to hawk storage space. So if you want to set up an arrangement with him where you can guard these weapons for the night, that would be the place to go. So you guys want to head on to the market square, see about finding this guy?
Sounds good. Don't think anyone has any
Yeah.
protest.
Sounds good.
After we have breakfast, and Hoofstomp makes Silas take one that has extra dried fruit in it because he needs his vitamins.
There's no bananas in this, right?
No, there are no bananas. Pretty sure there are no bananas for 1,000 miles here.
Alright, I'll eat it then.
Well, after you make a mess of Methan's nice, clean, clear
No,
kitchen.
Hoofstomp is a good cook and learned how to do so at a nunnery where if he didn't clean up after himself, he was totally getting a ruler to the knuckles. That place is immaculate.
He helps Willory with all our baking.
Yeah.
Okay, so leaving Methan's kitchen actually cleaner than you left it.
He's in a place of worship. There's nuns around, dude. Some of them might have a ruler.
All right, so after having your breakfast, cleaning things up, Market Square. You guys are kind of wandering around. Methan, essentially, Dunovan's square, since he doesn't actually have any wares, he's just essentially selling, storage space. He's essentially kind of just, moves around a lot. So you guys have to wander the Market Square for a while before you find him, but you pass along this stall where there's a dwarf hawking wares. Come, the finest wares this side of Waterdeep. Come marvel at the marvelous black ice, fresh from the Dwarven Valley. Oh, you'll never find finer craftsmanship in all the realms. And there's another dwarf as you guys are walking by, storming up. This is an older dwarf, white hair, kind of crazy looking. No, you need to stop selling that stuff. It's not safe. It's not safe. You crazy old man, get out of here. I already told you once. No, you need to stop selling that stuff. It's bad. It rots your mind. It's bad. Well, you little...
Are we coming on to a new, designer drug on the dwarf market?
Designer drug.
No, it's something much worse. It's Ice 9.
Oh, no.
Aww.
Oh, great. Now we're going to hear a bunch of metaphors about the state of human compassion.
Well, you guys don't hear a lot of metaphors about the state of human compassion because this guy who is... When you look... You guys kind of look over as you hear a muffled whoomp. This guy has vaulted over his stand and is essentially just on top of the older dwarf, just being very rough with him, shoving him away. Get out of here! Get out of here! You're going to scare all my customers away. By the way, this guy is bedecked in this black eye stuff that he's trying to hawk to you guys. So he's pushing this older dwarf away, and the older dwarf is kind of...
Hoofstomp's going to,
Pick him up.
No, not this time.
Not
He
this.
thought about it. But he's just going to walk over and kind of, separate them. Generally not good business assaulting person walking by.
Listen, this ain't none of your business. This crazy old man's been up to my stall every week telling people not to buy my wares. How am I supposed to make a living, huh? You tell me that. By the way, now he's very angry at you, despite the fact that you're just coming and trying to calm the situation down. He's up in your face, finger in your chest, just...
Can he reach that far?
Right?
We were deputized.
We were deputized.
Well,
He's assaulting an officer.
Hoofstomp is just kind of... he's just getting poked in the chest, so he's like...
I don't care if you're Duathorn's great and holy fart smeller. You've got no right to tell me how to conduct my business.
Do have, because not conducting business. Business conducting, not vaulting over. You are within your rights to ask him to move on and to talk to guard about it, but not to go and push them around.
Sorry. That one was building for a while. Yeah. Well, at the mention of, asking, no, you need to listen to me. You need to tell him to stop selling that stuff. It's bad. It rots your mind.
Well,
I told you to shut up, and he'll try to kick at the older dwarf.
Hoofstomp's gonna actually push him. God damn it, how do I want to have him pick him up? Why'd you have to mention picking him up? That's the funniest option.
Because...
I will tell you that this is a dwarf who is... Okay, so he's not the same size height-wise, but width-wise, he's definitely a lot bulkier than you are, so this is not going to be the same as picking Slim up.
No, he's just gonna, push... He's gonna try and stop him from kicking him, just kind of, restrain him with a fist to the chest, basically.
Alright, well, as you try to... Why, I oughta... I'm gonna!
Seriously?
Does a 14 hit your AC, Luke?
No!
Alright, well, he kind of tries to slam a meaty fist and just kind of bounces off your armor. So this guy has assaulted you as a deputy at Bryn Shander. You are fully within your rights to arrest him now.
Can I just say real quick that somehow what I imagine there is Hoofstomp is in a new dress, and so he just punched an area he didn't know was armored. It's Invisa armor. He just wears his armor underneath his dresses. That's what I decided. Hoofstomp's just kind of gonna sigh. Hoofstomp placing you under arrest.
You ain't got...
Hoofstomp am deputized. Hoofstomp speak broken English. Hoofstomp understand why you not know this bad idea. However, Hoofstomp want know why everyone keep getting in grill of gigantic person. Host, I'm fairly sure he's reasonably terrifying. Maybe at the pink hair.
He starts cursing at you in Dwarvish, as if not knowing what to make. There's this huge elf thing that just threatened to arrest him, and he punched him. And when he punched the dress, it was steel, and he's just sputtering and cursing in Dwarvish, and he's actually going for a knife that he has hidden somewhere. But before he has a chance, another pair of town guards come and wrestle him down to the ground.
Hoofstomp's just like, ah. Okay, what the heck is black ice then? That's Hoofstomp like looking at the old man. You say it's dangerous. What is make it dangerous? What is it?
It's corrupt. It's magic. It's magic, and it gets in your head and it makes you mad. It makes you really, really mad. It makes you want to fight and punch and.
Say mad enough to attack gigantic fangy mouth elfie man.
Yes, exactly.
Who, by the way, looked like gigantic fangy mouth elfie lady.
By the way, I like your hair. It's a very nice shade of pink.
Oh, thank you very much.
By the way, at this conversation, one of the guards raised, I don't know about any kind of magic stuff, but this is the third guy we've arrested from the Dwarven Valley. They've been bringing this black ice stuff into town all week, and this is the third person selling it who we've had to arrest for, disorderly conduct.
Well, Hoofstomp, Hoofstomp recommend you secure stuff he's selling, cause it probably making dwarfs crazy. If that okay.
Now, there's a bunch of dwarves that have been coming through. It's only it's a higher arrest rate than normal, but the
he
rest
pointed
of them
to
seem
stuff.
okay. A little more belligerent than usual, but.
But you take black ice stuff he's selling and maybe grab that so that people don't keep buying it or something.
All right, I guess we can keep it. I guess we can keep it in store at the barracks.
Woo!
You ain't got no right to detain my property. You ain't got. Shut up.
Super got right.
You've assaulted an officer. You lose your rights.
Also punch someone wearing a dress. Not cool, man.
By the way,
So the guards will arrest him. They promise that they're going to bring somebody to break the stand down later. The overlord kind of brushes himself off. He moves over, kind of just gingerly moves his hand towards it, snatches it, and then tosses it. Here, look. You look at it. You'll see it's bad. It's bad. You're a smart elf. You'll see it's bad. So he tosses you up. So when you guys examine it, it's not that dissimilar from rock, except you can very tell that it's ice. But it's almost like it's a black stone, except for the texture and the feel of ice in your hand.
Well,
it's just like solid black permafrost.
Hoofstomp's like, wait, they're culty ice. He kind of like holds it towards the cleric. Like, okay, you're the cleric though, so.
You want me to make a check on it?
Please.
While she's making that check, Matt, are my whisper messages getting through? I've never used those before, so.
Oh yeah, I can see them. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm just kind of trying to keep focused on this at some point.
Hey Matt, what kind of check?
Casey, no. I'm sorry, no. But yeah, the whisper messages are getting through. Okay, Kate, sorry.
What kind of check is this?
It's gonna be an int check because essentially your best bet. He's mentioned some kind of evil voodoo magic, so detecting evil voodoo magic would probably be your best bet. So it's gonna be an int check to essentially detect magic. Those of you who have training in Arcana.
I got 18.
So when you kind of take the ice gingerly from Hoofstomp and you kind of examine it, obviously it's an entirely different field of magic, but even so, like you can just send being essentially I assume you're some variety of good cleric, right?
Yes.
No, she's secretly been evil.
I just want to make sure I don't want to mix people's
She's wicked.
She just is the nicest evil person ever.
So being some variety of good cleric, this stuff is bad. It's not like overtly magical, but you can tell it's putting off some kind of malign influence.
This needs to be taken out of the city now.
Do you tell this to a guard, or are you just telling the rest of the party that?
I'm letting the guards know this needs to be out of the city.
There's too much of it. And we can take this guy's stores because he assaulted a deputy, but there's not much we can do about the people selling their goods lawfully. Best you can do is try to kill the speaker, but I doubt she's gonna, take commerce out of Bryn Shander's hands, especially from the dwarves. They're some of the best craftsmen in the region.
But
this isn't craft though.
It's a rock. It's some kind of drug rock, which doesn't.
You're trying to undermine my business. Why I ought to shut up? Again, a little more rough treatment of the dwarf, but they're like, Look, we can try to. We'll take this guy's stores under advisement. We'll take this to the court wizard and see what he can figure out. But
Oh.
No, not the court.
but for right now, there's not much we can do about the people who are in town selling it legally.
We all just like chorus and groan. Well, something like, well, but if it be declared, okay, you guys take it, examine it, check it out. But if it then declared illegal, then a substance people shouldn't be selling also seem like it just this guy selling it.
I mean, again, the thing is that it doesn't seem. It's not like a drug or something. It generally just seems like it's to them. It's not much different from like carved stonework that you would normally see coming out of a dwarven enclave.
It's not though. It's a chunk of rock. Do they look at intricately carved stonework and go, oh yeah, this is?
Well, no, again, it's similar. The only thing unique about it is the material used to create it, which has essentially been drawing a lot of attention, essentially. But yeah, their response is that, the best you can do is talk to the speaker and the court wizard and see what they say, but, if they're not causing any trouble, we can't confiscate
They are, though. You just
They
said...
totally are.
They literally just said... Okay, but the guards
this guy is, and they've told you about two other arrests, but...
Yeah, that's what I said. That's... Calm down. You don't gotta explain their entire internal logic about everything about why they're not gonna do what we say right now. We're just telling them stuff that could get taken into logic as it goes.
Well, no, I mean that's essentially what they're telling them back. They don't have the authority to do that. The best they can do is take the store to the town, to the speaker and to the wizard and see what he can do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I wish to accompany.
And again, they point out that for the 3 merchants that have been arrested, there have been a couple dozen more wandering through town selling these same wares, and these guys,
Okay, that's not suspicious that suddenly every single dwarf in the area is only coming here to sell this material. This is out of character. Do not respond to this in character. Matt, I keep saying stuff out of character, and then you respond to it in character.
Okay, well, no, not in character. I'll tell you that there are a number of dwarves...
I mean, there's all these merchants selling this stuff. And everyone seems to be selling just this one material.
Yeah, the moment one of them gets taken out, another one replaces them.
Hey, Hydra!
I'm not saying
Hydra.
I'm not saying these guards specifically right now, but it seems like maybe someone sheriff something.
I mean, again, your best bet is to bring it up, but again, this is out of character. Your best bet would be to bring it up, but so long as these guys are just not causing trouble, just selling their wares and then moving on.
Just selling this.
Realistically speaking, this guy
selling a literally evil substance.
This guy
again, these guys aren't These guys aren't like magic users of big time adventures. These are essentially townsfolk that have been recruited into the guard. They don't have the same kind of training you guys do.
We're not asking this specific guard to do anything. We're telling them stuff they can pass along.
Yeah, realistically speaking, this guy is person number 3. One person gets arrested who is also selling a thing, nothing suspicious. Mm-hmm. Second person, still not really anything suspicious. They 2 guys who happen to be selling the same thing. Third guy who turns out to be an asshole. All right, that's about time we start looking into this. So this seems like one of those. This guy getting arrested is probably one of those turning point moments where this starts looking suspicious. But right now, they don't really have anything to go off other than 3 people have been arrested while selling this.
I know, I'm just given logic to pass along.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so they're gonna take their new dwarf friend into custody. The older dwarf is gonna bow, thank you, and then just kind of go toddling off, giving the black ice an evil, leery look the entire way along. Before he leaves, he's gonna shout across the square, "I'm staying with Helda. If you need to come talk to me, come see Helda." And then he'll just kind of toddle off.
No, what do you know? Dwarves really all do know each other.
All right. So after that, lovely interruption, you guys eventually find Donovan's stand. You bring up that Methan sent you that it's about that shipment of that Aaron has already paid for storage. He's like, yeah, it's actually kind of a weird thing. So one of my storehouses out on the edge of town got burned down last night. I don't know what to make of it, but it's weird.
Was it storehouse with silver weapons in it?
No. That's what's putting me on edge.
Ooh.
I'd appreciate it if you guys would, if you folk wouldn't mind just kind of, doing a watch over the warehouse tonight. If Methan sent you, well, that's good enough for me.
Oh, that's nice. So Stomp's like, yay!
He's actually willing to pay you about 50 gold for the whole party, not a piece. 50 gold for you guys to just kind of, take a night, sit in the warehouse, kind of guard it, and probably going to be, The longer you can stay, the better. But for right now, he can probably try to secure some guards of his own for the next couple of nights. But for right now, he just needs somebody to kind of pick up the slack.
Yeah, we'll bring along.
So we can find someone regular.
That seems reasonable. Party's probably slept in worse places.
Yeah.
Let's look at it this way.
This wouldn't be a sleeping arraught. He would essentially want you to go back to the...
It was a joke, honey. It was a joke.
Sorry. Okay, so, yeah. So, yeah, 50 gold. You guys essentially just spend the night in the warehouse, make sure 50 happens, and then, you head back to the Hook Knucklehead in the morning like nothing happened. Hopefully, like nothing happened. Hopefully. Maybe nothing will happen. Who knows? But it's an easy 50 gold. So, you guys down for it?
Totally.
I am. How many moose? No.
I mean, Mini Moose, I know that guard duty isn't a very, spectacular use of your talents, but I mean, you might get to punch stuff.
No, I didn't. In all the yelling back and forth, I didn't catch what we were actually doing.
Essentially, the merchant who you guys were referred to, who's holding these silvered weapons, is willing to pay you about 50 gold to watch over them. And, at the mention of Methan, he's at least willing to trust you enough to have you watch over his warehouse, especially since another warehouse has already been burned down under mysterious circumstances.
I asked him if he'd be willing to pay me in some silver knuckles instead of with money.
Well, I mean, the weapon shipment is Methan's, and she already promised that you could take your pick from the litter. So sure, why not?
Okay, then yeah. I didn't realize that was a thing then.
No. Yeah, she basically said that she and Aaron would want you to take the weapons, since you can probably put them to better use fighting the were-rat scourge that apparently has slithered its way into town.
And basically now we're...
In that case, I'm perfectly okay being paid 50 gold.
10 gold.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It's 50 for the whole room.
Is that gonna pay you guys 50 gold apiece for guard duty for one night? What do you think this guy is, made of money? Jeez, Casey, wow. Check your privilege.
Pull gold out of the dirt?
That was a different invention. We're not going to talk about that. Okay, so, hearing no objections, Duneman hands you the keys to his warehouse, tells you to be there at sundown, and then he sends you off on your merry way. So you guys got the rest of the day. You could head back, try to get some rest before heading back to the warehouse tonight. It's going to basically be somewhere on the edge of town. We're going to say about yonder over there. So you guys can head out, get some rest, or you can try to find Methan's half-elf hunter friend and see what he has to say about that gang that assaulted him on the Tundra and took some of his quarry out from under him.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, Alganel doesn't exactly have a house. He's mostly used to staying out in the wild, so he's staying at the Hook Knucklehead, conveniently where you guys are staying.
Supposedly staying.
Supposedly staying.
You stayed somewhere.
Priya is still asleep. Kind of worried.
Actually, do you want to poke Moo and see if she's awake so we can get her to jump in at this point?
She's super not awake. When she's awake, she'll see the messages.
Okay.
She'll
we
wake
check
up
in.
tomorrow.
Priya's still in her battle sleep. You guys want to check in and tell Hangar what's been going on? Maybe you're going to stay in town a little bit longer than he intended.
Who's Hangar? I'm sorry, I forgot.
That's our
Barbarian
barbarian
guy.
friend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I think at this point what we're gonna have to tell him is that we need to keep an eye on the situation here, and he should probably go on ahead of us, and we'll follow after as soon as we can.
Well, he seems kind of disappointed that you guys are going to be going north with him, especially considering everything that's been considering the level of the threat. But when you guys go, if you guys think that it's more important to stay in town, he's going to defer to your judgment and hope that you're able to make it up there to help him as soon as possible. For right now, he'll stay in town the next 2 days, see if you guys change your mind, and then he'll ride north with Hilda when she leaves for the door.
Well, everything's going to hell basically everywhere. It's like, the dwarves seem fine. Actually, there's some kind of rage virus going around with the dwarves, so...
I don't know if we want to go to the dwarf city if that ice stuff is coming from the dwarf city.
It seems like something might be going kind of bad basically everywhere.
Everybody needs help everywhere, basically.
Pretty much.
I think we can drink.
What would you like?
They all need somebody to lean on.
Water, some milk.
Okay.
Unless you want to
Alright.
make me go.
So Hangar's updated. Again, he's disappointed that you guys might not be coming north of him as quickly as he expected, but he's hoping that, should you conclude your business in town, that you'll be after him as quickly as possible. For right now, he's perfectly content to take advantage of your hospitality and, rest up as long as possible. He's still kind of weak from being exposed.
He's on pre-guard duty.
Pretty much. Alright, so when you head downstairs, Alganel is essentially just kind of taking a quiet little corner of the bar to himself. He's got his tankard of mead. He just kind of eyes you up as you approach. What do you want?
We sent by nice... someone help Hoofstomp out. Hoofstomp running out of nouns for today.
Methan.
Thank you. We sent by Methan. Talk about hunter gang thing happening.
Oh yes, yes. Come on, take a seat. I'm sorry. It's been a long week.
Hoofstomp will order a pink sparkly wine.
All we still got is mead. And you got none of that pretty pink sparkling wine. However, you do have that elvish wine that you bought for Slim that you never ended up popping open.
Oh yeah, I guess we just kind of kept that.
But Wilbury was the one who's holding on to that.
It's okay, Hoofstomp. Mead is made from fermented honey. It is one of the It is, in essence, one of the sparkliest drinks out there.
Oh, Hoofstomp appreciate that.
It's just not.
Hoofstomp
Well,
goes...
you think that Alganel might appreciate a little bit of that fine elvish wine as opposed to the swill he's drinking right
Yeah,
now? So
Wilbury will crack open the wine.
Oh my god.
He is very appreciative of it. Takes a nice long sip of it. All right. So Methan sent you. I assume it's about that incident I told her about out on the tundra.
Hoofstomp is adding food coloring to his mead.
But I opened the wine.
Where'd he get it?
Ooh, speaking of mead, I want to have a drink.
We're
So you
gonna
guys
have.
are enjoying your fine elvish wine, and he's kind of, downing the mead and the wine with both hands. Apparently, a couple days ago, he was out on the tundra hunting. For the past couple of weeks, he's been finding his traps raided and cut open. Sometimes it's, the traps have essentially been pried open. Sometimes it's like something ate the animals while they were still caught in their traps. It's driving him nuts, basically. And to make matters worse, he was essentially passing by a cavern system out not too far away from Bryn Shander, maybe half a day's ride. Well, actually, no, less than that, probably about an hour or two. But yeah, so he was riding into Bryn Shander, was what game he had managed to save up, kind of roped over his horse's back when he was riding past this cave system, and suddenly there's a whole bunch of human ruffians just whooping and hollering and running down the hill, clubs and cudgels in hand, and then just kind of surround him and, trying to beat him and his horse to death and drag him back to the cave if he doesn't give them their game.
Wine glasses in the cupboard.
Those are more classy.
So, in fear for his life, Alganel... Come on.
Is that My Little
kid.
Mermaid?
No, but it's got like it's like the hollow, and it's got like the water inside with like the little floaty things.
Oh yeah.
You just have to mock Hoofstomp and his lack of shimmery drinks, don't you?
That's mead.
Yeah.
That is me.
Huh.
Hoofstomp may own a sippy cup. I'm just putting that out there.
He spills when he gets drunk. It is just a precaution.
Yeah. Starts talking about music theory pretty fast.
Massive practice from the sound of a bear-proof trash can opening and closing.
Cool.
So Alganel, out of fear for his life, basically gave up his game, came riding back to town as quickly as he could. He went to go speak with Sheriff Markham about sending somebody out to deal with the ruffians coming out of the caves, but apparently it's just not a concern right now because, beast attacks happen. So the sheriff kind of blew him off, and he's basically hoping that he can find somebody to go see about this case and maybe clear the ruffians out of there. But he realizes that it's kind of a rough job, and, he wouldn't expect any kind of help about this, especially since it's not anybody else's business who's being disrupted. He seems like kind of a self-established dude. So, asking for help about something that's a very personal matter like this, he just doesn't think it's quite right for him. But
He also doesn't
He's a
correct
self-made man.
basically,
See, what I like about all this is that a lot of this adventure seems like it really points out the niche that wandering adventurers fill. Because, like, who else is going to randomly run around to, like, fix all of these people's problems?
I mean, it's just
Girl Scouts?
the shit is kind of hitting the fan all at once.
No, that's what I mean, is that's why adventurers exist in D&D.
Because shit is happening all the time.
Yep,
It is
because
a very
sometimes
lucrative business.
it totally is.
So Algonel can't offer much in the way of financial rewards, but given how there's an established protection racket in town, even if the sheriff and the speaker don't necessarily want to establish it, maybe this gang is associated, and maybe they can point out who's kind of the ringleader of this whole thing.
Hoofstomp want to thump things. That's Hoofstomp's input on this
I
decision.
mean, he makes it sound like there's plenty of things to thump, as in there were at least 4 or 5 ruffians that ran out of the hills to come steal his catches, and he thought that maybe he saw more rustling around inside the cave once their friends came back.
Well, that's Hoofstomp's input on this situation, so it's up to the rest of the party.
There was another barbarian tribe in this area, right? Bear tribe?
Bear tribe, but it's probably not them because they're far to the north. He's talking about a cave system that's maybe an hour or 2 right away from Bryn Shander. When we're talking about the Bear tribe, we're literally talking about a day's travel.
Hmm.
Plus, he mentions that nobody has actually seen the Bear tribe in a couple of months at least. They've mostly been stuck up on the glacier, but nobody's been able to figure out exactly what they're doing up there.
Hibernating, probably.
Well, that kind of matches what Hangar told you earlier about the Bear tribe being recruited into the Ice Witch's whole takeover the world deal.
I like to think she has pamphlets.
Of course she's got pamphlets. They're
Read
bad.
about Oral while I freeze you to death.
They're inscribed on, like, tree bark.
They're branded on the tree bark.
They're branded on small animals.
Oh.
Sorry, Minnie. The joke that takes it too far for Minnie.
Oh, animal branding.
Tormenting humans is fine, but not the rabbits.
Yeah.
Well, humans are jerks, and they deserve it.
Those guards kinda didn't.
They did.
They know what they did.
Alright, so you guys are essentially being recruited to clear out what sounds very remarkably similar to a bandit lair. But Algonel would not suggest going up there right now. He thinks that you guys should at least take time to, prepare, make sure you're ready, and then, storm the castle, as it were.
Yay!
So, does this sound like the kind of thing you guys might be interested in?
I mean, it's just like a short ride out of town. It's not like we're like leaving.
Yeah, but it's the way he talks about this cave system makes it sound not expansive, but if there is, it could be that there's a lot more thugs hiding down there than the ones who stole it, essentially stole his lunch money and kicked him in the dirt.
I think that's the thing we should wait for Priya to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that on a meta level, we should, this would be a good one to wait till we have the whole party together to do, but it's not like we would need to write out this day anyways, so.
Well, I mean, obviously, if you guys are going to stay in town until High Harvest Tide to oversee this big public speaking thing, you're going to be in town for at least another couple of days, so you got time to deal with this in your own time.
Well, then let's put it at a yes, but not in this day game time, or probably yes, but we'll see when we get to do that one.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And if there's anything I can do to help, all you got to do is ask.
Hmm.
Though he doesn't seem particularly eager to go back. He seems more like the kind of guy who's more comfortable hunting animals and things that shoot back.
Silas is just glaring at him.
That's probably smart.
Can you tell the little boy to stop glaring? It's kind of throwing me off
Oh.
my game.
Silas like animals, not like humans so much.
By the way, upon noticing that Silas is underage, he immediately reaches for Silas's wine goblet and starts drinking out of it.
Wait, I had a chance to drink wine and I let it go?
Whoops.
I gotta start drinking now so I can be an alcoholic.
No, Willie definitely switched it with water. Willie's not going to be responsible for a drunk child.
Well, not realizing that she switched
I
out
stare
with
down at
water.
the water.
Oh,
like,
you're not going to be
"You told me
responsible
this
for
was
a
vodka."
drunken child now, are you, huh? Well, no, actually, that was, to be fair, that was more Moo's fault, but, you know.
I feel like no. What I want to see happen is have it be like an old movie gag where he starts to drink and he's like, "Oh, water."
That's exactly what happens. Oh, this isn't wine. This is water.
Fish
Why
piss
are
in
you
this,
serving
you
me
know.
water?
Because it was the child's cup.
Well, yeah, but sure, but he's got to be at least, what, 12, 13?
14.
In charge of a drunk child.
Especially not drunk Silas. He already pretty morbid.
He's already pretty gloomy. I don't want to see him drunk.
Turns out Silas is a happy drunk.
Everything is
Yeah.
sunshine and rainbows.
No, for real, guys. When I say you're all gonna die, I say it because it makes me sad. Like, really, really sad.
Yeah,
I
we're not
just
gonna
say
have a
it
lot
because
of
I
time
hope that you
together.
all embrace me and show me that you care.
You know, we're not gonna have a lot of time together. We spend the time we have making friendship bracelets.
I've got
I
all
always
this
wanted to do that.
time.
No, really, guys. No, really. No, I love you. No, listen, no. I
Start
love
spraying
you
the
guys.
Guys, don't tell Wolfstomp, but I took some of his new taffeta and completely unwove it, and now we can make bracelets.
You know what? I think Kosan would be okay with that if it involved the production of friendship bracelets.
Not if it's his taffeta.
Yeah, but friendship bracelets.
He's got other clothing that could be made into friendship bracelets. Why the taffeta?
Bracelets.
Oh,
Wait,
shit. Quiet, you.
Alright, so having taken this job, there's not much else you guys can do in town. You can wander about, but if you're gonna do your whole guard duty thing tonight, it might be worthwhile to head back to your room and get some sleep before heading over there tonight.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
We pick up some roasted chestnuts on the way there.
Well, you guys are literally just in the common room of the inn where you're staying. Alganel is just basically renting a room here as well. You don't have to go too far.
Tostomp's going outside to get some roasted chestnuts then. Someone's selling them.
He can smell them from a mile away.
Mm-hmm. There's brown sugar on them. You can tell. Tis now.
Well, Hangar is still doing sleeping Priya duty.
Yeah, before Hoofstomp goes to sleep, he checks on Priya, changes her shirt. No worry, Priya just do this sometimes.
Yeah.
And Hangar, he's feeling a little bit better at this point, but he wants to get out and kind of warm up his sword hand, so if you wouldn't mind him tagging along tonight. He doesn't want to take a share of the money or anything. He's more than grateful to you guys for saving his life. But for right now, he kind of wants to, if there's things to be hit, he wants to be hitting things.
Hoofstomp like how you think.
All right. So he, too, will kind of fall into bed. You guys are able to get at least a couple hours of sleep before, it's about an hour before sundown. You head towards your destined location on the end of town. You got the key that Donovan gave you. When you approach, you do see the ruins of this big blackened warehouse that he mentioned was already burned down in a horrible, quote-unquote, accidental fire. The other one, when you peek in, it's pretty standard, stone flooring, wooden walls, scaffolding all over the place. There's a couple of crates and barrels loading on a carts towards one side of the warehouse.
I kind of want Silas to check the ashes to see if he can tell if this was burned down for the insurance money.
Oh my god.
Right?
That would totally be
Actually,
something
Silas,
I
if
would-
you do want to give me either a wisdom or an intelligence check to examine the ashes and see if you can figure out whether or not it was arson or a natural fire.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
You're doing really good tonight.
It's always the really stupid ones, or the really disturbing ones.
CSI D&D.
And in fact, CSI style, you are able to figure out this was not a natural fire. This wasn't like a lantern fell on a stack of conveniently placed
Yeah.
and the whole place went up. You can tell that, you can
I can
tell
trace
that
the pattern of the fire, and it's totally not natural.
In fact,
Although,
with
to be
18,
fair, this-
if you had to guess, you would say that it's some kind of artificial substance designed to create flames, almost like alchemist fire.
Yep.
Oh, great.
Alright.
Alchemist fire, spell fire, something like that.
Silas takes out a pair of sunglasses to take them off dramatically.
Some magic shit.
It looks like someone here was arson about.
I don't know how Won't Get Fooled Again goes, and also I don't want to be sued for copyright infringement. So,
Shit, I wasn't expecting that at all.
I'm just really glad that I actually got Minnie for once.
That's a great joke.
alright, so let me go ahead and show you guys we're going to be setting up camp for the night.
Hillary has thermos of coffee.
Alright,
And a
now
thermos
then
of
you wanna
cocoa
load.
for and a thermos of cocoa for Hoofstomp, who is not allowed to have caffeine anymore.
And Silas.
Coco.
Alright, so let me put you guys on the board here with
There
your
are
shiny
some
new tokens, courtesy of
Yay!
D&D Mom. Alright, so I got Priya. I'm gonna
Priya
have to-
isn't. Did we just carry?
Oh yeah, no,
Priya on
sorry.
our back?
Priya's unconscious body. No, it would make for
Stop,
a
just-
great. bullet
Actually, you know
sponge.
what? I kind of like that because then, when Moo shows up, either now or next session, then that would mean that she's just like piggybacked on Hoofstomp and just wakes up.
Well, there's a desk
Yeah.
with a bearskin rug right there, and you guys didn't exactly feel comfortable leaving Priya alone in that room.
Yeah,
locked-
it felt kind
to
of
be locked up.
Yeah.
And you figure, hey, she's gonna get, if she's gonna take a share of this, she might as well be here.
Hoofstomp just like changed her into like a kind of like worn out T-shirt and a coat.
Well, fortunately, there's a nice bearskin
Yes.
rug right there where you guys can kind of just
We
lay
could
her out.
totally take this opportunity to put Priya in more clothes than she normally wears.
Oh my god, she's got a scarf on and actual pants.
Yes. The only stuff that
Alright.
fits her was Wilry's, so she has to wear Wilry's clothes.
Oh, that's
Right.
adorable though.
I just want it known I was completely not involved in this.
No,
Alright, well, we're gonna
Minnie Moose-
okay. So we're gonna say that Priya's kind of slumped out on the floor. Priya's slumped out in a nice, safe place
Well,
right now.
while we put Priya in clothing that Priya would absolutely hate, Minnie Moose just had like his hands in the air, standing in a corner, just like, I'm not affiliated with this series of decisions.
He didn't even watch.
No, hell no, he didn't watch.
This is disgusting. I'm gonna wait outside.
I don't
Speaking
think
of
you guys
waiting
should
outside,
dictate
you
what.
guys have control of your tokens, so you can distribute
dope.
yourselves however you would like.
Super do.
Give me 1 second, Luke. I need to add you to the board because we're doing.
Getting away from that nasty bearskin.
It's a very nice bearskin. It's very plush. Okay,
That's
so
disgusting.
just to show you guys what's going on right now, Donovan has given you a small note which indicates that the location of the silvered weapons are in this crate over here, outlined in blue.
Okay.
So that's where your shipment of weapons are.
We should go ahead and
Silas.
get weapons.
Silas, go check it out.
Oh, I see the square.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's over
there's
there.
exactly 4 chests.
1,
What's going on?
2, 3,
No, just
4,
one of them.
5.
It's just that one.
Oh.
Yeah, the other
It's
chests, the other
just
chests
that
don't
one.
have anything particularly valuable. Don't like? There's
It's
there's rope.
Hoofstomp is going to start climbing this pile of boxes. That's what he is doing.
It's a
We're
very
allowed to
well-arranged
touch
pile of
this
boxes,
stuff,
and taking your
right?
time, you're able to kind of clamber your way up.
Yes. Hoofstomp, king of the mountain!
The scaffolding right there is about, let's say, 15 feet off the ground. The ceiling is about 30 feet high. There's a ladder, so you don't need to worry about kind of clambering your way up. And the support seems solid, and there's racks and racks of equipment from top to bottom, so it's got a pretty solid support in the center. So the crate is there. Bearskin and desk right over there.
Wilbury will sit at the desk.
Despite what it looks like on the desk, it looks like Donovan put away most of his very important business stuff, and he either left with him or locked it in his chest. All right.
See if there's a glaive and all that silver stuff. It's really doubtful, but...
Alright.
You do in fact find a number of weapons, some of which are specialized. It's mostly just long swords, a couple of silver crossbow bolts, arrow bolts,
polearm?
arrows, stuff like that. There are a number of silver daggers.
Is there a swamping stick?
There is in fact a silvered mace. However, you don't think that you would get much because essentially
I do have Dragon Thumper.
you do have Dragon Thumper, and being a magical mace, it does tend to pack a little more punch.
Hoofstomp would settle for a halberd.
Hoofstomp says he wants a large fish.
Well, Hoofstomp is a member of the English fish slapping club, so...
My computer is restarting even though I didn't tell it to.
I'm gonna say that Methan has given consent, so I'm going to say that, rooting through the chest, it's mostly just, very common weapons, long swords, maces, stuff like that.
Stomp stuff.
I will say that you guys do find at least one item that a more exotic weapon for those of you who use exotic weapons. Casey, the thing is, brass knuckles aren't really a thing in D&D, but what you do find in there are a pair of silver gloves.
Nice.
Can you
When you pull
strangle
them on-
whoever with them?
When you pull them on, they don't seem to add that much to your punches, but they're silvered, and they seem to be, basically enchanted, so whether or not they'll be successful against actual lycanthropes.
I kind of want to pull up a chart of different pole arms and roll to see what one is in there, just to see if there's something weird.
Oh, the chart exists.
Awesome chart of pole arms.
No, just search D&D polearm chart.
Oh, good idea. D&D.
Actually, you know what?
D&D
Casey,
polearm
in
chart.
hindsight, silvered gloves sounds kind of... Oh, did we lose someone?
Yeah, me.
Okay.
Holy crap, there is one.
No, I'm being totally serious. I knew that existed.
I'm so glad. Oh, it's not really numbered,
Okay.
though. It's just a big chart. But I guess I could just go, down from the top.
The other thing is that the thing is that that's not is that the next list of equipment, or is that just something you found with a quick Google search?
It's just pole arm stats are just pole arm stats. There's not going to be any actual mechanical difference. This is just because, as a bit of roleplay texture, I think it would be kind of fun if Hoofstomp had this opportunity to swap out for a different type of pole arm.
Okay.
So I'm going to just roll...
Well, I know that halberds are a thing. Let me check the equipment list really quick.
I'm just going to assume that whatever it is, it has the same stats as his current weapon. It's not going to be any better. I'm just here. This is what I'm using, is just a big list of different type of weird pole arms, but none of them would be better than what he has. So I'm not trying.
So you're still gonna. So you're still.
It's gonna have the same
glaive.
stats. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
nope.
Dear God.
I just want to double check.
I said 3 times. It's gonna have the same stats. I swear. I'm not trying to get one over on you. Roll 1d20. Number 14 down. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. A bat's wing.
What's that? It sounds cool.
Corsic bat's wing.
So, Matt, you were saying...
Holy crap!
What is it? What is it?
It's a pole arm, but the tip looks like this.
You're
Holy
keeping it.
shit, those are... I love those.
You are
It's
keeping
badass.
I love
Hoofstomp
those.
is Hoofstomp goes over there and roots around desperately to see if there's even a chance of there being a pole arm in there, because let's face it, he kind of took one of the more obscure weapons and just pulls out that in silver.
And is a Gundam.
Nice.
His eyes just light up.
Hoofstomp takes off the little unicorn decoration that's on his regular glaive and just sticks it on there.
Hoofstomp is now a Gundam.
Yes, basically.
So, Matt, you were saying something about silvered gloves being not something or something.
Essentially, when you put them on, you get a faint aura of conjuration magic, and it's almost like somebody silvered a pair of gloves for up close combat, and then essentially enchanted them so that while silvered, they act as a normal pair of gloves. So whether or not that would have any actual effect on a lycanthrope is unclear. You're not familiar with this kind of enchantment. But since there's no silver brass knuckles or anything like that in this box, odds are these gloves are the best you're gonna get.
So basically, they're gauntlets.
Make them
Pretty much.
uncomfortable.
Oh no, sorry, no, I completely forgot that gauntlets are a thing. Casey?
Yeah, I was gonna say gauntlets.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's go with gauntlets then. Casey, if
Silver spiked gauntlets.
CESTUS. Search that real quick, hon.
What?
CESTUS.
CESTUS.
Yeah, it's a.
Casey, just for flavor purposes, we'll say that the gauntlets don't add much to your stats, but but since they are silvered, when you use them against things that are weak against silvered weapons, obviously they have an effect.
Sometimes.
I look forward to our eventual campaign where we have to fight fairies and need cold iron weapons.
Right there. That's what Casey's got.
Let me see.
Alright.
Yeah, that looks reasonable.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Alright.
Romans used them. Basically, they have two gladiators completely tied to chairs except for their free arm, and whoever passed out first was the loser.
Oh, my old high school used to call that Scottish wrestling.
Alright, so you guys are able to fish your choice of weapons out of the bin. The little wooden planks right there along the walls, we're going to say that those are actual walls, so they're impassable. They basically just go all the way up to the ceiling. And they basically just partition different loading docks, except for on the end, which is basically just used for that chest storage area.
Hoofstomp's going to climb back up onto the boxes.
Okay. The boxes are accessible. If you take your time climbing them, you don't need to worry about any kind of checks, but say in a pitched combat situation, if you were going to kind of vault over them, we would probably need either dex or strength to clamber over.
Totally understandable.
So
With scaffolding, you can either just climb right out the ladder. It just takes your movement speed, no extra check required. Or say if you're kind of trapped along one of the edges and you can't get over to the ladder, you can clamber up the side, but then it would be a strength or dex check to get up. And it's almost like I'm saying that because it's in a combat situation.
Woo! This is totally unexpected.
It's almost like I built this map for a reason. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a quiet sort of night to start. You guys spend the first couple hours just doing your thing. Nothing really happens.
Hoofstomp plays his pan flutes.
You have your post at the top of the pile so you can see everything.
Yep. He makes a tiny. Hoofstomp makes a fort out of some of the boxes.
And the cloak.
Yes. That happens.
Well, stop. While you're making your fort in the back corner of that warehouse there, about 2 or 3 in the morning, you start to hear muttering. Just kind of filtering through the wood walls.
One of Hoofstomp's weird elfy ears just kind of like whoops up into the air.
One of his weird elf horse ears.
I love his weird elf.
Yeah, his horse ears.
No. Mood literally told me about elf horse ears.
Oh yeah. No, they're
idea.
literally weird. They're weird horse ears. Because why would a species have ears that are weird if they're not in an interesting way?
And expressive.
Because you're giving Gygax way too much credit for creativity.
Shh.
So yeah, about 2 or 3 in the morning, you start to hear muttering. With your sharp elf ears, you hear him say, "You sure we need to burn down the other warehouse?" "I'm sure of it. We don't know that we got the silver crap in there. The boss is going to have our heads if, somebody starts spreading silver weapons around. Bad enough that new group of meddlers already got Slim under arrest."
Hoofstomp is gonna kind of like hold up a hand to the party and like point at the wall where it's coming from.
Well, it's moving around towards the front of the warehouse now.
Hoofstomp's gonna gesture where it's going and like point to Minimoose because he's the ninja. Let me put it this way: we're in a warehouse. It's the middle of the night. We're here to capture criminals, and we happen to have a ninja with us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, beat the shit out of them is what I'm going to do.
Basically. And Hoofstomp knows...
Okay, do you know what your stuff is?
Gonna be... So Dex is 18 plus 1 for proficiency, so plus 5. Don't use the roller! You're bad at it! Oh, nice.
Well, let's see. So that's going to be a 24.
And sorry, what are you rolling the check for?
Stealth to sneak in behind the people breaking in.
Well, I mean, they're on the other side of the wall right now. They're not quite in. They're actually moving around towards the front doors like they don't expect anybody to be inside. However, a 24 to kind of sneak along the walls and listen is enough. What about the rest of you guys? You can very clearly hear muttering. Hoofstomp can make out what is being said on the other side of these walls, but everybody else is just, all you hear is just general noise. But you see
Hoofstomp is just kind of like active. Hoofstomp is going to basically like keep pointing out where they are relative to the wall for everyone. He's like a bad guy radar.
I'm just going to stare at Hoofstomp until he tells me what they're saying.
Who's awake?
Yay! Oh my god, just in time.
Oh my god, she literally woke up in time for her character to wake up for combat.
Yay!
Okay, but we gotta tell her that she's in Wilry's outfits.
She needed proper clothing for us to bring her across town.
Wilry was all like, Hoofstomp, you know what you should let me do? Put her in good clothing. Hoofstomp's like, I don't know.
Alright, well, at the sudden addition of a paladin, almost as if on cue, Hangar is going to very quietly gesture that he's going to get up on top of the scaffolding. He does have a longbow as part of his equipment, so he's going to get up there and just kind of start sniping people as they move through the doors.
I thought Priya was on the bearskin rung sleeping.
She was, but I'm going to move her in the middle right there, so, well, yeah, you know what? Let's put her back.
Put her on the bears. She's just gonna wake up like.
She's gonna wake up like, yeah.
Hey, Matt, can I be waiting up on the scaffolding for him to get there?
I'm trying so hard. He should.
Well, here's the thing. They're moving towards the front of the warehouse, which
They're
is
not
over
going to
here
come inside.
by these, by these conspicuously broken doors. They're coming over towards the front. So moving towards the scaffolding would be actually moving you away from where all the very evil dialogue is happening.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, Casey.
You can maybe.
For some reason, these barbarian tokens do not want to. Okay, well, Hangar, you can just kind of
Hey,
stand
Matt,
on the edge of the scaffolding and
control
look at
of
the door.
Casey's token? Because his computer's still restarting.
What's up?
Can you give me control of Casey's token? Because his computer's still restarting.
Sure.
My computer decided, hey, combat's starting. This is a perfect time to force a reboot that you can't play.
Well, since Moo's waking up, we can also take 5.
Yeah, that's fine. By the way, Casey, your token now represents Wilry. So.
No.
What?
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 You have control of Casey's token, but I had to label it as Wilry. So Stormfist is technically now Wilry 2.0.
No. Oh no, Mini Moose.
I mean, you shouldn't have to do that.
Well, no, it's just easier that way because I added Casey into the game journal, so
it's still the same icon. It's just
yeah, pretty much. Except now it's saying that his icon belongs to Wilry. So you're on the map twice.
Awesome.
Okay. We're gonna wait for Moo to get in.
Yeah.
might as well.
Alright, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break then.
So who's gonna tell us that we put her in Wilry's clothes?
Not me.
I am right now on Twitter.
Big cozy sweater. Like the coziest sweater.
Yeah, it's not fine.
Oh, so dropped it. Ibuprofen.
Yeah.
That happens. I need like a rubber thing or something to put on the edge of my desk. It cuts in my wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
Alright, so while we're waiting, more exposition. So Casey Stormfist is able to kind of follow along the walls. There's more generally evil muttering. But what if there's somebody inside? Then we kill him. Merrick, it ain't gonna be that easy. Well, it better be that easy. We ain't getting
Merrick,
paid to just sit around.
Merrick, I feel uneasy about the ethical grayness of this job.
Shut up.
Do you ever feel like maybe, just maybe, we might be henchmen?
What's that word mean? Henchman. I ain't no henchman.
You know, like the kind of people who follow after the obviously bad guys and keep doing what they say, and even though it's super obvious they're going to get killed by some adventurers.
That sounds
You
like my
make too much.
I just worry, you know? Maybe I could just become a turnip farmer like my dad wanted.
Keep one of them alive, dangling from the roof. Where are the other trucks going?
Where's the Riddler? Wait, no.
Is it helicopter?
Pay no attention to the horde of bad guys pouring in through the front door.
Oh, God.
I am going to ask you guys to position yourselves as if you would be ready for combat.
What comes out of the end of a gun? Injustice. The tools of cowards like you.
God.
Hey, honey, position me right behind those guys.
Okay.
I will allow that since Mini Moose is Mini Moose and Mini Moose is a ninja.
Mini Moose rolled a 24 on a stealth check. So.
Does Mini Moose have a cape? He needs to have a cape. Did he borrow? He should have borrowed Hoofstomp's cape before he got up on the scaffolding, expressly for the purpose of having it billow dramatically behind him as he leapt down.
No cape, long scarf.
Damn it.
Long scarf which billows dramatically.
Hi, Moo.
Hi!
It's a moo!
Hi, Moo.
Someone, and I'm not saying it was us, may have put Wilry in sensible cold weather clothing.
Wilry can be insensible.
Yeah.
Not Wilry, Priya.
No,
I'm tired.
that didn't happen. I'm retconning it.
You were asleep? You were asleep. Priya
And
was
now
asleep.
I'm awake.
No,
and I'm
literally,
retconning it.
No, literally, we decided Priya was
She's
asleep.
awake now, and she looked down and was like, nope, and just took it all off.
She just starts tripping.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Roll a charisma check.
No, she doesn't have that. She doesn't even have that skill.
She
She has
does.
I think she has -1.
She does.
So, Moo, let me set the scene for you here.
I don't need it.
You have essentially been in a
Point me in the
battle.
direction of the thing to murder.
I hear a moo.
It's those guys at the front door. Those are the guys we're gonna murder.
Shush.
Except for the one at the
There
very
are no
back.
guys at the front door.
I'm looking for
more
some dice.
generally
Hold on.
evil whispering.
I don't care what they're doing.
Yeah.
No,
So you have literally
I
been
don't
in a
care.
like a battle sleep
It's
for the
time to
past
murder.
2 days.
Look.
You wake up laid out in one of Wilry's sweaters.
I'm like a
on
lizard.
bearskin-
Remember when I was a lizard?
Yeah, I remember when
It
that
turns
And
out you
it's
just-
cold, and I'm
Yeah.
still.
Your heart is still part lizard.
Yeah, in your heart, you
I wasn't
always.
completely fixed.
No,
And
it
it
was, just,
works out.
it was mostly cosmetically.
Yeah.
Or will lizard on.
So you're laid out on a
No, I
bearskin
don't
rug in
care.
a warehouse you've never seen before, in one of Wilry's sweaters. Minnie
The good
Lucy's-
news is you missed a lot of NPC exposition, so
Good.
that works out super well for you.
We also successfully disarmed a tense situation without you killing anybody.
Also,
That's
Hoofstomp
stupid.
tried to force someone to arrest him.
Force nothing. Hoofstomp put the shackles on himself.
And then
Hoofstomp-
pulled out a lockpick to lock the shackles.
No stuff needs an adult. Why is Tumblr recommending I follow someone called Slutty Bitch 2007?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I
Oh,
hope
2007. Is that when?
Joking? I don't know who
They were
that is.
Slutty Bitch. Like, have they stopped?
it was a really good year for being a slutty bitch.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She
It
was
was the
Slutty
best.
Bitch of the year
You know
2007?
what
Like,
it
maybe
was?
she was the best one.
You
She
know
was
what
the
it
best.
That's how they started. That's when they started. Now they're keeping.
Oh, maybe. This is
No,
what-
no, it's a
career.
legacy account for a convention that happened in 2007.
Oh,
that's
okay. Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
All right, so Priya
Cool.
laid out on a bearskin
Yeah.
rug, wearing a stranger's sweater, while
I
a
took
guy
my,
was
took that
banging
off.
the
I took my
entire
sword and
time.
sliced right through it.
Yeah, that's actually how she wakes up. Is without opening her
Yeah,
eyes,
I
she
don't-
just
I, don't-
like
I have to get a new blanket every day. I just take a sword and rip through shit.
it's
Really happy that you just sliced through one of her sweaters.
Well, that's
That was-
unfortunate for her. She shouldn't have dressed me. She shouldn't have violated me by dressing me while I was asleep.
Hoofstomp put it on her, but it was at the
Hoofstomp
promise of
shouldn't have
cookies.
violated me while I was asleep.
Hoofstomp puts her in clothing when she's asleep a lot, because
Yeah, that
Priya
happens.
passes out for 2 days every now and then, and Hoofstomp tries to make sure she's not just sleeping in her gross armor.
She has acclimatized to new areas,
Mm-hmm.
so she just sleeps through it.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a
the
thing.
sound of steel being drawn and sheathed through some
She
kind of
just
fabric.
immediately wakes up to this as soon as there's someone to kill.
Stormfist, you
You
hear
would
the
think it
bad
would be
guys
dramatic and
stop.
Baho Shoujo, and it's not.
It's super not. It's just there's a ripping sound.
Yeah, there's a ripping sound. I'm standing up. I crack my neck audibly, and I'm like, all right. I don't know what's going on. I don't care.
So
Stop.
Stormfist, you hear the bad guys outside stop. You assume that there's a moment for a pregnant pause where they all look at each other. The doors
Yeah, they're
do not
fucked now.
withstand the impact. 5 thugs and a hobgoblin come storming in through the front doors into a group of adventurers.
Hoofstomp hops down off the boxes from here, whirls his new weapon around, and just kind of like grins at them. Hoofstomp's so tired of talking to people.
Oh my god, you
Hoofstomp's
actually put me on the bearskin rug. Sorry.
He
I
literally
thought
did.
that really did happen.
Hoofstomp was literally just he was just piggybacking her unconscious body across town.
See, in my head it was like Weekend at Bernie's, but with elf ears.
No, I wish.
You guys are making me talk and shit. I was more charismatic than usual.
No, we just left you behind.
So, Moose,
Yeah,
have
we just
advice that your character would totally be aware of since Stormfist has always been with the group.
yeah,
Yeah,
Minnie
yeah.
was
See a straight
Me and
line.
Starfish are
of enemies?
super good friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
super
if you
good.
ever see a straight line of enemies, don't be a part of that line.
Okay,
Because that line is about to get electrocuted.
good to know.
Mini Moose can punch things with electricity, which is why he's always been one of the most
yeah.
useful fighters in our party. Ever since we first got together all those years ago.
Yeah, he's been here the whole time.
He has.
Mini Moose.
I'm
All
so
right.
glad that we're both slightly insufferable about this.
So the good news is
It's my favorite joke that I was not here for.
It's my... Priya's known him for years.
Yep.
All right. Well, the good news is there's no prolonged discussion about being arrested or not being arrested. The second the Hobgoblin sees you guys, he draws his weapons and he shouts, "The meddlers! Kill them!"
That's a great party name. That should be our official adventuring title, the Meddlers.
You meddling kids! And I'm gonna get your meddling kids and your hoof stomp too!
No, you meddling adults.
That works
and
too
your
well.
rogue.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
That's
No, sorry.
Puffstump's new
Ruh-roh,
weapon.
Rhea.
You meddling adults and your rogue too.
For the record, even though Priya's awake, I'm still super asleep.
That's fine. It's just combat.
Yeah,
It's
odds are
just
this is where we're gonna
combat.
need to-
I'm
odds
just
are
about
this
to
is
do
where we're
that
gonna
in your
wrap
sleep,
up.
basically.
Alright. So
You're
guys,
just gonna kill some stuff.
roll me some initiatives.
Yay!
A million.
My
It's
good-
not-
my-
I'm
We have been over this so many times.
I'm so glad at the return of
2
Super Cranky.
plus
It's
2.
Super Cranky Moo's my favorite.
Mine is only 11. That's not the best.
I also
That could be
have
better.
11.
Alright.
I don't know why I used the dice roller in the game. It's been rolling horribly for me.
I got a 4.
Alright, give me 1 second. I need to roll up for bad guys and for Hangar. Because Hangar
All
is
of the
also
4s get 1.
Wow,
Holy crap,
roll
what the
20
hell is
was
with
me.
What is with minis? By the way, Moo, earlier we were trying to distract some guards for a while, and
Yeah.
Minnie just started whispering nihilistic stories into their ears.
She did this for 10 minutes. It was actually kind of amazing.
Well, you crit.
A solid 10 minutes of nihilism to just destroy
Yeah.
these innocent guards.
I will have to listen to this.
You will.
I have to listen to the last one too, because I didn't listen to that one either. So I really have absolutely, Priya canonically has no idea what's going on.
She went
And
into a gummy bear
I
coma?
can roleplay this 100%. It's gonna be great.
Mhm.
You
No,
guys
that's-
don't even know.
I will say that while it gets unbearable at some points, I'm actually really proud of my NPC playing this week, because there's been a lot of it.
Well,
Yeah, he actually did pretty
maybe
good.
it was better this time because I wasn't there to bug
I
you.
know I super frustrated host
No,
with the guy who was trying to arrest them, but
Mhm.
I,
No, don't worry. I was insufferable for both of us.
I
Oh,
helped
good.
disarm a tense scene, but a tense negotiation with a stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
alright, well
Holy
Casey,
shit,
I'm
that's
actually going to give you a
those
surprise
are some
round since you managed to
incredible
maintain stealth.
Initiative rolls with Minnie and Kate over there.
Well,
Yeah.
the
What
20
the
is
fuck are you
for-
doing over there, though?
The 20's for Casey.
That nonsense.
Okay,
I'm
So-
over
Fucking
here
four?
being...
Really?
I missed you so much.
This is bullshit. Minnie, how is your initiative only +1?
So's mine. Everyone's...
Because it
Well, yeah,
is.
but you're not a rogue.
No.
Isn't it a dex?
Yeah, it is a dex.
Oh. You're
where are you
right.
getting the +1 from? What were you adding?
Minnie she rolled a
Initiative?
d20 +1, but I don't understand. Like, shouldn't it be much higher than that?
It should be much higher than that because I built her character sheet. Minnie, don't you have a
Whoops.
+4 dex?
Oh.
I don't
For
know. I don't
level
have your
one?
character sheet on hand right now.
So I'm like,
So-
Kate should not be higher.
Not the
That
new
is
one.
not mine. That is
That's...
Casey's, because his computer's
Mini Moose.
recording.
Yeah, he's using that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Mine is the 11.
Yeah.
Oh, I see
Mm.
that. That's bullshit.
I have a
That's
negative
fine.
1 on initiative.
Despite
I
the fact
thought
that
my
shit's lower than
says,
not
even though she
lowering-
also has an 11.
I thought my dex was +4 when I was a level 2.
Well, no, the stat bonuses
It might
don't.
still also be +4.
Oh.
Like it.
Yes,
Your
we'll
see, I might have your
dex is
character
really
sheet on
all you
right
got. Like, there's no way it's a 1. Mine's a 2, and I'm a fucking paladin. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Did I?
Yeah,
I
I'll roll
mailed you a
with that
copy of your
then.
sheet, right?
I have the old physical sheet. I have no idea
okay.
what I did with the new one you made, though.
Well, give me a sec. I'm sure I've got it somewhere here.
I'm pretty sure mine's up to date.
It should
I
be.
titled it Priya Newest, and Newest is in all caps. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming it's the newest one.
hopefully.
Why am I awake? I don't understand.
Because you were summoned by combat.
Because you love.
Maybe, yeah. I was really summoned by combat.
You literally. Moo's actual identity is secretly a Valkyrie, so.
You missed
That
us
makes
talking
sense.
about internet trolls. Specifically the one who's been bothering me all day.
There we go.
Yeah, because, she drew a Wonder Woman without her boobs out, so.
Oh yeah, that's always how
Yeah.
that works.
There's this one fedora who freaked out over it.
We decided it's an actual talking fedora. It's just on a table somewhere with a laptop.
His avatar for Tumblr is a self pony. Made the pony maker on DeviantArt.
What's his cutie mark? I didn't even think to ask.
Oh man, it wasn't even like a commissioned or anything. It's literally just the pony maker.
It is just a pony maker.
Alright, so I can only find a level 2 copy of your sheet, Minnie. It's literally the same as your level 1 sheet. There's no real notable changes. It's just that you don't have the rogue style. So that where it says under feats that you have a rogue style, ignore that.
I thought, okay.
Is that the character sheet you have on hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the right one. Just ignore all that stuff about, having a rogue style, because you shouldn't have that quite yet.
Alright, so
I'm not
my
sure why I
initiative's
leveled you to
totally
2,
plus
that's my
4,
bad.
and of course my roll is super terrible now.
No, you didn't have to re-roll.
No, you have to reroll. You were fine.
Whoops. Okay, just ignore
So
that.
what was the plus on your dex?
She got a
Pretty
24.
sure it's a plus 4.
Okay.
Also, I feel like I just got
Yep.
I just found a GIF that really sums this party up in some spiritual level.
Yeah.
That's
Spiritual.
us.
I don't
On
get
spiritual
I'm
level.
not in this skip at all. I might be Kyoya, but I'm definitely not.
I am
Yeah, that-
confused.
All right.
I'm an
Sorry, so
emotional.
Luke, what did you roll for your initiative?
I got a
Who,
4,
me?
which Moo. Yes. You're Luke now. You woke up and now you're Luke.
I wasn't really listening. I'm still asleep.
I know you are.
Well, the good news is you got time to be asleep because. All right. So Casey, since you managed to sneak your way around the back and maintain stealth, I'm going to give you a surprise round. So.
My initiative was a 21. You put in 24.
Well, yeah, because that's not. You rolled a 20 on. You rolled a 20
I
on the
see.
dice with a +4 in initiative.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
Minnie might also be asleep.
No.
Alright, great. As long as I'm not the
a
only
bit
one.
tipsy.
Okay.
I am really asleep.
I had at
I
least
might be asleep
a cup of coffee,
twice.
so I'm okay.
You're asleep 3 times.
So Casey, you
A
have a
minimum
surprise
of
round. That's going to
9.
give you one. That's going to give you one free move action and one. Sorry, that's going to give you an action and a move action before we technically move into the proper initiative. So what would you like to do, having stuck around behind these guys?
I like that you tried to wake me up on Twitter or on Skype. That was no way gonna happen.
It was
I'll be completely honest here. I thought about doing that too, but I knew that if
Yeah,
I
that was
told
not.
you to help, you would
It's not.
completely
It's not
ignore me.
on my iPod. 'cause
Hold
it's
on,
like,
you asked
forever.
me
No,
to.
that's what I'm saying. I asked you to do it because I knew that if I tried to do it to Moo on Skype, she would just ignore
wouldn't
me
have
and roll and
mattered.
go back to sleep.
She didn't have
The
her
best way to
computer
get me
on.
would have been Twitter.
Oh.
Well,
That's
know that
always
for
like
next
I don't have Skype on my
time.
iPod. I don't have Skype on my iPod, so
Next
I would
time,
not.
I'm just gonna start like individually messaging you on Twitter lyrics of Muppet movie songs until you wake up. Because that way you'll wake up and be all like,
I'll
"Oh,
at
look."
least look up and be like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like
Is that
every
like-
now and again, I'll roll over and check shit.
It's like, "Oh, it's the Rainbow Connection." I'm sorry I didn't wake you up through Twitter, Moo. I thought about it, but I don't know.
That's really the best way to do that for the future. If I
The
ever decide
prob-
to sleep through D&D.
The problem
Which
is
will
though
be
is that you also hadn't slept for 30 plus hours, and
I believe it was 37 by the end.
yeah, there we go.
Jeez.
So
Don't do that.
It was not the best idea.
You were going
Not
back
a best
to-
plan.
It was a bad idea.
yeah.
All right. So Casey, bad guys in need of punching. How would you like to start off the punching?
By having control of my token.
Oh yeah, that's right. I technically gave control of your token to Kate because that was what I was instructed to do. Alright, go ahead and give it a shot now, Casey.
We're
Okay.
the best party of D&D ever.
I moved here. The line in front of me has to make a saving throw, dex save 13.
Alright. So I want to introduce you to Casey's character. Casey's character is a human that
He's
for
been here
some
the whole
reason
time,
has-
I know.
Yeah, who somehow has a dragon, who has
No,
a
no,
dragonborn's breath
She
weapon.
knows all about him. She knows all
Yeah,
about
no, I
him.
know
He's always been
everything.
here.
He's been here the entire time.
Alright, so, thug number one.
I'm gonna listen to this. Don't fucking spoil it for me.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Although,
Right.
by the way,
So,
No,
Casey,
no,
your... I think we said this, it's a dex save, so what's your dex plus?
They have to beat 13.
Have to beat 13? Alright, well, thug number one fails. Thug number two succeeds. Thug number three also fails. So guy in the middle takes half damage, guys at the fringes take full damage.
the guy in the middle just leaps up like in the Matrix. Was that a
Observe that
Pokemon
Igloo,
noise?
It's like it never left.
Yeah, that's his phone notification.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's Mewtwo.
Oh, alright.
And so then, I'm going to spend a key point.
What now?
We're not monks. We don't fucking know.
Yeah, we
You're
just
a
don't
monk,
know.
right?
Yeah, I'm a monk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 11 probably doesn't hit the guy in front of me.
No, that's not gonna work.
Oh, I missed Moose live tweeting our D&D games. If you'll scroll down, you notice my own attempt at D&D by announcing that Hoofstomp was trying to make someone arrest him.
I did see that a couple minutes ago, but you guys had already mentioned it, and I was like, all right,
Yeah, that
spoilers.
happened. Sorry.
Fuckers.
You
All right,
sound
so-
bad.
Casey, 11 is not gonna be able to do much against this guy. Is that how you're gonna wrap up your surprise round?
Yep.
The good news is, hey Casey, guess who gets to go first? Casey beat with a 25 dex score initiative thing.
All
So
right.
you literally just breathe
Dex
lightning on these
score
guys, and now you get to
initiative.
go again.
All right, punch.
I assume you will be punching the gentleman in front of you.
There's a gentleman in front of me? I thought it was just some asshole.
Alright, well I'm assuming that 23 is recent, in which case, yes, that is a significant hit. Go to roll me some damage.
I'm so tired.
All right, 10
I
damage.
know you are, honey.
That's a dead thug before we even get to his turn in the initiative order.
All
It'll
right.
all be over soon.
So,
Literally killed
Wait.
the guy in two turns, Casey. How would you like to describe this horrible, horrible death sequence?
so shock punch just to get him to dodge out of the way and line him up perfectly to turn his face straight into the other fist as it comes straight into his nose and just crunch.
I'm just imagining the Rocky trick they did in all the Jackass movies, where it's literally just they come up behind a guy, splash some water on his face, and while he's flinching away from it, they just punch him on the other side of the face with a huge boxing glove.
Yep. Okay. And so then I'm going to move forward and spend my other key point.
Okay.
Because monks can just do that.
Key points are not serving you very well right now, and 9 is not going to hit.
Key points don't work. I have to turn-
You just woof. Your fist just kind of goes woof through the air.
Yes, how dare you, Miss Casey? You only killed a guy in 2 turns.
Yeah.
Not even. Surprise round.
Moo is depending on you to finish this as quickly as possible so that she can stop suffering.
All right.
Alright, so I'm going to assume that's it for our good friend Stormfist. At which point, Silas, you're up. So, Stormfist just literally killed a guy in 2 hits. You have got 2 thugs in the back that are wounded, 2 thugs in the front that are fresh, and a hobgoblin that looks very, very mad and very, very willing to stab you.
Yeah. I can't decide. I guess I should take out the guy with the crossbow, though.
That's just flavor. Right now it looks like he's just armed with a longsword. So yeah, sorry.
Oh,
is the token.
good. Never mind. I don't have to worry. That made me really nervous.
So you
He
can
might have a ranged weapon. You don't
Thumbs up.
know. He might not have it out quite yet.
I think Stormfist can take care of this guy, so I'm gonna knock this guy out of the way so we can just sort of clear it out.
Just shoot someone.
Yep. Shoot anyone.
I recommend shooting the leader because then maybe the other guy will get
Oh, that
confused.
could scare them.
They seem like they might be stupid.
They might be scared.
Mhm.
Let's see. What is my attack +5? Well,
I assume you're going with the short bow.
yeah.
It just kind of clinks off. It just kind of clinks off his armor. He doesn't seem any less,
It
affected
just
by
goes
it.
over his shoulder.
Pretty much.
It bounces off of him and like gently hits Mini Moose and like just bops him on the head. It doesn't hurt. Just kind
Does your character have a real name besides Minimoose? This is a real concern.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Stormfist.
It's
His name is
Stormfist.
Stormfist?
It's
Yeah.
Stormfist.
Matt, you spelled it wrong. It's one word.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At least I know how to pronounce it.
Stormwind?
Storm Fist.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Feast.
All right. So Silas, that's your attack. You still got your move. If you want, if I can make a DM style suggestion, it's about 10 feet away to the scaffolding. Another 15 feet up. You've got, I think, 30 feet of total movement. So you got your character sheet right here. You can check. Yeah, you got about 30 feet of movement. If I can make a suggestion,
Yeah.
scramble back 10 feet to that spot, go up the ladder for 15, and then you use that last 5 to get up on top of the scaffolding, and then just start raining shots down on these guys without being in the range of fire.
Silas does like being out of the range of fire.
Yeah.
Not to
I
mention
do
there's a
like
big,
not being
burly
hit.
barbarian who can take all the shots for you.
Warrior.
He's a fighter.
He's a barbarian.
No, I
He's a
changed
fighter.
classes. I'm a fighter.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Hangar up on the scaffolding. I'm not talking. I know some switch classes.
Oh, right. We have an NPC.
You guys are so.
Oh, yeah.
You have
eager to
another
forget about
NPC
the NPCs. Do
shit.
you remember how
Am
that
I gonna
turned out for
turn
you
into a
last time?
lizard?
No,
Am I getting mind controlled again?
No, you are not.
this is the nice barbarian guy that we found tied up in the middle of town.
Yeah, no, just like the nice, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I forget her name. She was so useful. She was so useful, though, the whole time.
Man,
Moo, you suddenly hear Hangar's voice in your head. Roll me a. No, let's not do that. Hangar does not have mind control powers yet.
Yeah, neither did Mei-chan.
What about
Remember all the
what
things
about
she did?
No.
All the useful.
Yeah.
I forgot how good it is to have Moo being grumpy in our D&D game.
Yeah, I'm great. I make everything better.
Okay. So it's gonna be for Silas. At which point our good friend Hobgoblin gets to go.
Moose. Wait, hobgoblins. Hobgoblins. What you gonna do about those hobgoblins?
I was gonna do the Red Robin thing, or just
Yeah, that's exactly where I thought you were going
Yum.
with that.
No! Damn it, it's an
That's
MST.
super where I thought that was
Someone
going.
in the audience will get that joke.
All right.
There's 4 people.
We
One
do
was
have an
me.
audience. We have like 5 or 6 people who just listen to this.
All
That's
right,
really
well,
awesome.
Merrick.
Oh no, I didn't
Sorry.
know we had that many.
So
Most of them are my
Hobgoblin
friends.
friend has a monk behind him. Hi, monk. He's gonna draw his longsword and take 2 swipes at the monk.
At the knees.
So the first longsword attack is gonna be 15 versus AC.
Yeah.
Second attack is gonna be a crit. You should not have laughed, Casey. I promise. I promise. It's a legitimate crit. So you're gonna start off with 10 slashing damage with another 5 for flavor. So 15 slashing damage total.
I have 10 hit points total. I'm at negative 15. Negative 5.
Well,
Alright, well, how it works is you
nice
don't try.
having you.
It doesn't put you at negative your HP value, so you don't die outright.
It's nice having you in the party, Mini Moose. We'll
He
always
might
remember the
still
good.
live. You got a cleric right there.
I know, it's just funny.
We'll miss him dearly. He was so important. He was here the whole time.
He sure was here the whole time.
That's to his.
All right, and now having a down monk not preventing him from moving backwards, he's gonna move behind his friends and let them act as meat shields, because he's that kind of hobgoblin. At which point, Hangar is gonna get to go. Hangar just saw the Hobgoblin hit one of his new allies. He's going to draw his longbow. Unfortunately, he is a barbarian, so he's not going to, class as well as name, so he doesn't get any nice shooty stuff, but he does have a decent dex score, so let's see. Longbow is just going to glance off the Hobgoblin's armor. So Hangar takes a shot, misses. He's going to stay up on top of the scaffold. Well, actually, no, you know what? He's a barbarian. He wants to get down on the floor and do some fighting. So seeing that Silas is up here, he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Again, the game is being weird about his token. There we go. Okay, so 30 feet. So Hangar's down on the ground, fully primed to charge in, at which point, Priya, you're up. So, Moo, you got a bunch of guys in front of you, 2 of which are already wounded. How would you like to address this?
I'd like to murder some people. Who's the person with the red hair on the table?
What's up?
Who's the person with the red hair on the table?
I think that's the Hobgoblin.
It's the Hobgoblin. No, he's standing on top of a shattered door, which only exists for the purpose of being a shattered door.
He has
Well,
flowing, luxurious red hair.
I would like to murder him.
Alright, so you've got how many total feet of move speed?
I think I have 6 move spaces, but let me double check super quick.
You should be able to get over there.
I believe
You'd be able to get within range of 25, which I know you have at least that much, so fine.
I definitely have 20. I think I have 30.
Yeah, so that would put you right there. So that would definitely get you within range of our good
Alright, let's murder a Hobgoblin.
Okay.
Alrighty. Give me I guess it's just give me my longbow. Or my longsword, I mean.
Okay.
Plus 3. D8 3. Alright, where the hell's my D8? Come here, you piece of shit.
Your D8 or your D20?
Let's see if I hit first.
Yeah. That might help.
How about 15 versus...
Right away.
How's that treating you?
15 versus AC, just short of the mark. Glances off his arm.
Oh, you've only made Priya angrier.
Yeah, Priya just yawns. She just takes a sleepy swipe.
Still
Will
wishing
we
out.
brought coffee?
Alright, so is that going to be it for Priya, or is there anything else you'd like to try
That's
to
all
do?
she's got. I mean, she could move and she could try to attack.
Yeah.
Alright, Ulrich, 5 guys in
Yawns,
front of you,
reaction.
downed. Monk, how would you like to address this?
I'm going to do my cure wounds for him since he is down.
In an earlier round,
So I'm going to give him 2d8 instead of normal 1d8.
Glory, I'm going
Okay.
down. Again.
By the way, since it hasn't come up very often, since we haven't had to deal with Death or Dying a lot, Casey, for all intents and purposes, unless you stand up or otherwise act as if you are alive, these guys will treat you as if you are still down.
Alright. What are the grapple rules?
Yeah, break your Meg.
For the
I
grapple.
will be sure to tell you the grapple rules as soon as your turn swings around.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Hooray.
That's pretty much all I can do.
Okay. At which
I'll set
point...
everybody on fire next turn.
Our thuggy friends get to go. Yay, thug friends! Alright. Well, thug friend number 1 still thinks his monk friend is down, so
That's cool.
he is going to get a stab at Wilry.
Cool.
Alright, so let's see. Ooh, that's a thing they get. Hi, thing you get. Okay. So, Willie, this guy's going to stab you with a spear. Rolls a natural 1. So,
It breaks because he doesn't realize I'm wearing armor underneath all these sweaters and cloaks.
it doesn't quite break, but it does glance off against all that unseen armor.
I'm just
I hope it's did.
Need it.
Alright. At
Piece of
which
shit.
point, Thug Friends 2 and 3 are going to turn towards the Paladin, who just tried to whack their boss in the face. Alright. Actually, so move the guy over here who's looking a little bit more beat up. He's going to look at his friend. You should stab the Paladin there. Yeah, sure, okay.
That sounds like a great idea. That's gonna work out great for all of you.
Alright, so that guy's going to get advantage, which he should get because the first roll was a 2. The second one, oh, that's great. I like how I give him an advantage, and his high roll is an 8. That's
Nice.
wonderful.
That's not gonna work for me.
I like this because all I can imagine is Moo Prius yawning and swaying in place, and the sword
somehow
just
I managed
yeah,
to
somehow
create
yeah,
like a ballet.
like a sleepy ballet.
Alright, and then Hustop, this guy has it in his head to be a hero, so he's going to charge at the big, burly, pink-haired fighter and try to
Tell me
stab
his
you through.
She's
I have
not
a
really
question.
burly.
I have a question. Why did that guy have advantage?
What's up?
Why did that guy have advantage?
It was because his friend decided to go, hey, you should totally stab Priya there. He used his full action to say, you should stab him there, and then his friend did not stab you there. Okay, so hoof stomp on the spear, that's going to be a 16 versus your AC.
Who, me?
Luke.
Okay, okay then.
So, Luke.
16? No.
16. Screech! Pings right off the armor. He's starting to regret some life decisions he made, especially because next up in the initiative order is Hoof Stomp. Yay!
Yay! Hoof Stomp just kind of like turns. His dress just.
Those life decisions.
His dress just got scratched up, so he's just gonna outright attack.
All right.
Let's see here. Ba-da-ba-doo, ba-da-ba-doo.
Wow, that shiny new silver bat glaive thing really likes you. 25 will definitely hit.
They're best friends.
It is. Hoof Stomp has named it. They were over there telling stories to each other, and it's gonna braid his hair soon. Don't question.
That's nice of it. How'd it learn that?
Just does.
It just does.
It's kind of a Calvin and Hobbes situation going on over here. To Hoof Stomp, it's like he's got this amazing magical friend. To everyone else, it's like Hoof Stomp is kind of having some kind of breakdown.
Conniption fit?
Oh.
Oh,
well,
God! Dead! Dead in one hit!
Hoof Stomp just like kind of shunks it through him.
Horrible life decisions. In fact, he never gets to make another bad life decision because he's dead.
So, I know exactly what happens. He charges forward, and Hoof Stomp, as one of his compatriots, no, Billy, don't be a hero!
For the record, Billy was the one who had misgivings about burning down the whole warehouse. So
yeah, I don't get this reference.
I started making up dialogue for one of the bandits while it was outside, and the DM didn't stop me, so...
And actually participated.
So you mean it's that headcanon?
Yeah.
I think it's just canon, because I technically let it happen.
I just voice NPCs sometimes now, I guess.
Alright, so Hoof Stomp, you got your stab off. Do you want to move closer to these guys, or are you content where you're at right now?
Is flanking a thing that exists in this D&D?
Not anymore.
Oh, I miss flanking.
They've gotten rid of the conga lines of death.
That's stupid.
Well, he's still gonna move over here.
Okay.
He would. I keep thinking your token's my token because it's bright pink.
Yeah, I had that same problem earlier. I'm like, there's too much bright pink on this
I
map.
will note that Moo is colorblind, and I know for a fact she can't tell these two shades of pink apart.
I can't.
Specifically.
It's really upsetting.
Well, yours has the ribbon.
No, Casey, that's not what I said. That's a lie. Sorry.
I try to make the little decorations and everybody's unique to their character.
Well,
There definitely are, but if she just glances over the board, they look like
this. If I just see the colors, they're the same to me.
Which I think is hilarious, so...
That's kind of hilarious.
It's kind of hilarious.
I'm colorblind too. I hate it.
Alright, so assuming that's going to be it for Hoof Stomp, next up is Storm Fist again.
Alright, so grappling rules.
Grappling rules. I can get those grappling rules for you really quick. Give me one moment. Grappling rules. Grappling rules.
Alright, well,
whatever a grapple rule does.
I'm going to show you an animated GIF. You tell me how best to accomplish this to the guy that just tried to stab Willie.
Okay.
So, last link.
Yes.
Oh, whoops.
Oh my god! Oh wow.
Shit.
Oh wow. I'm
So-
watching that over and over again, just trying to figure out the physics of that, and it's making me hurt.
It makes a lot more sense when it's actually playing out in the movie and not missing a ton of frames.
Yeah.
He
No,
does.
I get that would make sense in the context of the movie, but right now I'm like, how is why is his leg bending that way?
Because he broke it?
No, he dislocated at the hip right there.
He sure doesn't want it to be.
He
No.
dislocated something right there.
Alright, well, Casey, for that, I would not call it a grapple check. I would call that a straight up strength versus strength or dex contest. You're basically strengthening to get up and kick him down and dislocate his knee in its socket. He is trying to desperately dodge at you while you do that to him. So you're gonna roll a strength check. I'm gonna roll him. Strength would probably be better for him because of reasons.
So not to disagree with you, but that's more precise application than it is brute force.
Okay.
So you're welcome to disagree with me. I would argue that is very much a dex check.
Okay. No, I understand that. Okay, I'll allow it. You made your argument. All right. So he's still gonna go with strength because of reasons. Yeah, I think you won because he rolls a 5.
Raisin.
You just kind of tug on them.
He is now sitting on the floor.
Yep, Casey definitely wins. All right. So.
All right. So I stand up and his leg goes vertical with me.
Ah!
In a way it's not supposed to.
I'm gonna say dislocating a leg in its socket is a D4 bludgeoning damage.
Let's be honest, though. They're not really going to fight much more after that. So we could just kind of, like, sweep them off to the side.
Immobilized.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Casey, even by contesting that guy, you just did another 4 points of damage to him. His leg is just snapped up vertical, and you still got him in your grip. I assume that meets your needs.
Yeah.
All right. So, assuming Stormfist has nothing else in his fatal arsenal, Silas, your good barbarian friend just went clambering down the ladder, but you've got a whole bunch of bad guys surrounding a whole bunch of your friends. How would you like to address this?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to take out the leader here. We'll see
Okay.
if we can kill him.
All right. So, go to roll me a short bow attack.
Yep. Alright,
8.
that definitely hits.
Yep, 18 will pierce him through the armor. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
6 plus.
Oof. Big hit. He's just kind of. He doesn't exactly shrug it off, but he's still up on his feet. Looks like it's going to take more than that. Even 9 points of damage. It's a decent hit, but it's going to take more than that to put him down for good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's a successful hit. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or are you satisfied with where you're at?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Okay. At which point, Hobgoblin guy is going to get to go. Let's see. Hi, Hobgoblin guy. How do you want to deal with being shot?
Oh, Hobgoblin guy. He just came here to set a building on fire. He didn't expect the multi-technicolored, weirdest group ever.
Yeah.
He didn't expect an anime to happen.
He did not expect an anime to happen at all.
We have a ninja,
We do. We
a
have
child hero.
A tsundere girl.
2 magical girls.
Does
Two
Ruby
magical
count as
girls.
magical girl? Or are we counting Hoof Stomp?
I was counting
I'm
Hoof
counting
Stomp.
Hoof Stomp.
Picture of a magical girl.
Hoof Stomp is a magical girl.
Yeah, Willory is more of a slice of life shoujo anime.
Or
Magic.
she's the quiet but kick-ass character from a fantasy anime, which I know starts
Yeah.
to loop around a little bit again, but
Yeah. We're basically Full Metal Alchemist here,
a little bit.
but with more
All right,
shoujos.
well, Hobgoblin guy, he downed one person with his.
He is
sword
very
last time.
small.
I think any anime would be better with more shoujos, though. Can anyone argue with that? I think not.
Every animation should secretly be a mahou shoujo anime.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It would have made Dragon Ball Z way more interesting.
I like Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball
That's the
Z, but
That's the
with...
kind of person I am.
What if Dragon Ball... I do too. I love the hell out of Dragon Ball Z, but picture me this. Dragon Ball Z, but everyone's a lady.
Ideal.
Right? Except Bulma. Bulma's still a lady.
Yeah, well, that
Well,
still
yeah.
goes in with the everyone's a lady thing.
Pretty much. There we go.
What just happened? Dragon Ball Z, except everybody's a lady, except Bulma. Bulma's a lady.
I'm a little tired.
What if Bulma is a Bishonen?
I wouldn't be opposed.
Me neither.
What if Bulma was
Anyway.
a hobgoblin and she had a longsword and she tried to stab you with it?
I'd watch that
I
anime.
don't- No, I would not watch that anime.
Okay, we don't need to worry about watching that anime because that's
Dragon.
what happens. That's what's happening right now in Icewind Dale. So this guy gets 2 sword attacks. Sword attack 1.
No.
I swear to God, I'm not doing this on purpose. That's another crit.
You're not rolling crits on purpose? If you were, I'd be super impressed.
Let's see if it works. D20, I love you. Please roll me another crit.
Oh no.
Oh, no. That's laughter because that's a natural 1.
Oh,
Nice.
That was
That
what I
is-
was hoping.
It's okay.
That is
okay.
the theme of this game.
It's okay.
is
Play
natural
dice.
crit.
I will take your crits where you will grant them. Okay. So
I should have
we're going to
stipulated
start
that
out
you had to
with.
Am I getting
Casey
attacked?
can, yeah, you're being attacked. So Casey can pretty much tell you how this song goes. So we're going to start out with 10 points of slashing damage, and then just for flavor, we're going to add another D8. Oh, come on. All right. So you're going to take 11 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
Great, I have 2 hit points.
Yeah, less yay.
Okay.
I'm so glad we have a cleric.
seriously, am I not gonna kill anything this time?
Yeah, you're gonna have to fucking heal me. Sorry. How inconvenient
I
for
didn't
you.
get to kill anything last time.
Neither did I.
You weren't there. I was there, and I didn't get to kill anything.
Well, if you don't heal me, you'll kill me.
You ruined my sweater.
Wow. Now the claws come out. Now we
The
see how
claws
it
have
really
never
is.
not been out.
There was
All
that
right.
incident-
Well, Hangar, being a barbarian, he's going to run in. He's going to rage as part of his movement because he is a barbarian. All right. Okay. So he's going to rage. He's going to draw his maul, and he's going to take a big old swing at the guy in front of him. Rolls a 17. There's a sickening crunch of bone as that maul lays into the guy in front of him. And let's see, that's that plus that. Oh, God. Well, Hangar killed him even without the rage damage. So you see Hangar just get up in this guy's face, swirl his maul around in a big old circle over his head. Ka-crunch, ka-crunch. Dead ruffian right in front of him. It's very sad. Except for him. For you guys, it's like, whatever. Alright. So, Priya, a little bit of space opened up right there in the middle because your barbarian friend just smashed the guy in the fucking head.
That's cool.
You got a hobgoblin in front of you who tried to stab you, and you got a human ruffian who is also doing his best to stab you. How would you like to
Who
address it?
does? Me?
Yep.
It's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. My brother came in and dropped off laundry, so I was kind of baffled. Well, I want to kill the hobgoblin.
Alright.
This is what I'm doing.
You've got 2 HP though.
Well,
you could.
Isn't Wilry next?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Wilry's after me, so she can
That's a
heal me.
good point.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna move or take any opportunity attacks. I'm not gonna waste this.
Go for it.
All right, crit, motherfucker.
Wow! Reversals of fate here. What the hell?
She's a magical girl. They get the most powerful the closer they are to death.
Yeah,
So I
that's how
should
that
leave
works.
her unhealed.
So that is
Alright,
a full
so
11 damage. Do I get like a extra D6 or
you get an
something
extra
like
weapon die, so give me another
that? So an extra
D8.
D8.
Yep.
Holla. All right, pray for an 8. I'll take it. It's a 7.
Yeah.
So that is what? 18 damage.
18 damage. That rocks him. He looks like he's about ready to go down, but he's still up on his feet and fighting. But at this point, it looks like it's
Would you
just
say
pretty shit to
he's
finish him off.
bloodied?
I would say he's more than
If this
bloody.
was 4E.
If this was 4E, I would say you passed bloodied and passed right into fucked up street.
Sweet. I'm
So
all
it's
about
like
fucked up
single
street.
digits.
Alright.
It's a very nice
Yeah,
part of town, fucked up street.
I just do like a sleepy swipe, but like halfway through I clearly commit to it. He doesn't take it seriously,
He
and
doesn't
that's
feel
why he got fucked up.
If he has any regrets, it's that he didn't kill you on the first swipe.
Well, in
Mhm.
his defense, he almost did.
That's
which
always
is
the
to his
last thing. That's
I
always
mean-
the last thing that everyone regrets.
Yeah, his attack on me woke me the fuck up. Which
I was
was
just like,
bad
oh,
idea.
hey, a 1 on the die. Okay, that won't kill her, which is what I wanted, but there's no way this can come back to bite me in the ass. Nope.
It almost
Alright.
killed me. If you had rolled literally anything else,
Nice
I
try,
would be
Matt.
pretty much dead.
Nice try trying to kill that player, DM. All right.
Yeah.
So I assume that's going to be it for for Priya, since you said you weren't going to move. At which point, Willory, you're up. What would you like to do?
Did we figure out what healing word is? If it was just a quick action or?
It's a swift action, so it's a D8, and then you can either attack. Sorry, you can attack and cast it, but you can't cast it and then cast another spell in the same turn.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, it's 1d8 plus 2 for whoever you target it with.
Well, I'm gonna target Priya.
Okay.
Willory's not that mean. You get 9. And then I'm gonna put this guy whose leg is dislocated out of misery.
No, actually, Casey killed leg dislocated guy. The guy up in the corner here has not seen a lot of love. He's still completely fresh.
Well, then I will go and smack him with Dragon Thumper.
Didn't he get 2d6 from me?
What's up?
Didn't he take 2d6 lightning?
The guy who you basically dislocated took 2d6. This guy has basically been in the front rank and has not taken any damage.
Okay.
If I remember right, you were standing right there, and then the cast was just across that line to here.
Okay.
So it would have caught the 3 guys in the back and so this guy's okay.
But I thought you dislocated.
Yeah,
It was the guy that was in that space. He killed him with that D4. This guy is still fresh.
Alright, we'll roll with it.
Okay, well I'm gonna hit him.
Sorry, did I get which guy you were aiming for mixed up?
Yes.
You did, but we'll roll with it.
Okay. No, I figured you would want the other guy because you literally killed him just by dislocating his leg.
Why am I using that?
I will grant you advantage since the DM made a tactical error. My bad. I hope we can call it squaresies as a result.
Well, 18.
We'll definitely hit.
Okay. And I believe my weapon does d6. And then strength is +3.
I'm gonna draw some ponies.
8 damage.
Oof. Well, he's still up on his feet, but it looks like a stiff breeze, or if I can suggest something, a stiff breeze or a dislocation would be enough to finish him off.
Or
A
dislocate.
stiff dislocation.
I gave your mom a stiff dislocation.
Wow. Wow. You know what? We're not even going to deal with that. We're going to go.
Don't do that.
Mm-mm.
We're going to go straight on to hoof stomp. So hoof stomp. Guy in front of you. Very badly.
No, Stomp's not gonna do anything bad to my mother.
He will get your mother some flowers and tell her.
It's our mother.
she's a
Let's
nice
be
lady.
super clear there.
Oh well, if it's our mom, flowers.
Yeah.
Although for the record, our Hoof Stomp and
Garfield
Priya's Hoof Stomp and Priya's mom would respond to a entendre from a ninja pretty favorably. So
Well, that's to her credit.
that's to her credit. Okay, so there's a super injured guy in front of him, but there's also a goblin right over there, and he's much like Priya, where he'd really like to attack that goblin.
Please kill the goblin.
Well, you can move over to that square. That'll put you in range without drawing any OPs, since that guy's over on the other
Please
side
kill
of the
the
ninja
goblin.
barbarian.
The other thing is that I have a pole arm.
Please kill the
This is
goblin.
true.
Doesn't that mean I can just stab him from where I'm standing?
I'm going to need to check the reach rules.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you can reach him from there, but you're going to have to poke through an opposing square. So I'm not sure if that would block your attack entirely, or just get in the way and make it more difficult.
Well, to be fair, that guy would be like he's not gonna throw his body in front of it to save the goblin dude.
He
He's not
might,
gonna be
they
like,
might be best friends like that.
"No,
They might have
but
that
I
kind of
love
relationship.
him."
Yeah, might be some Pocahontas type shit up here.
That's pretty true. Well, if it wouldn't
We
work
don't know,
that
we
way,
don't know
I'll,
their line.
Okay,
If
it doesn't. Well, in the equipment list, it doesn't list any disadvantage for that. It just says that when you attack with this weapon, your reach increases by 5 feet.
damn right.
So
So,
yeah, I'll go with what it says in the rules, so you can stab at the hobgoblin through the enemy square without drawing any kind of.
this enemy is
No,
gonna
sorry.
feel so lucky for about 5 seconds.
You can
"Oh,
right through
he's
his
gonna
leg. Oh, you were stabbing at my.
She's gonna be
boss,
like,
that's
"Oh
why."
God, no! Oh, okay," and then she's like, "Oh shit, ninja." Okay, so basically, Hoof Stomp is just gonna lunge forward past this guy because fuck him and fuck up this goblin that just stabbed his sister. So that's
Yeah.
happening.
That guy needs to die.
Oh.
What'd you roll?
21.
Now, are you just trying to subdue him, or do you want to outright kill him?
I want to kill him.
I want to kill him, but the DM is making you're supposed to get information from this guy noises.
No, I'm just asking because this
Oh,
guy.
then Hoofstomp is gonna just gonna stab him. That's what's happening here.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Unless Wilry like whistles at him to make him stop or something. That's
Oh
just...
no, Wilry doesn't have that power. I'm awake now.
And Priya is like, stab this guy. Just stab him, okay? Stab him.
I outrank her.
No,
Super do. For Hoofstomp, I super outrank everyone.
It's kind of.
I outrank Hoofstomp for Hoofstomp.
I mean, if it makes a difference, this is not me telling you how to play it. It's just me telling you that this guy has very clearly been identified as a leader, and has mentioned a connection to Slim, who has
Counterpoint: he stabbed Priya.
This is true.
He did. I almost died.
She super almost died.
He could
I
convene
woke up and almost died.
in the form of orders.
It is okay. As a player, I recognize the wisdom of this, but there's no way Hoofstomp would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening unless someone literally told him, "Wait, we need to keep him alive," and even then, it would be.
It would have to be me.
kind of have to be Priya, and
it's
that's
not gonna be Priya.
right now, so.
I mean, we still have 2 henchmen who might be willing to listen to us.
That's true. We got henchmen. Fuck this guy.
I don't actually fuck him.
Well, yeah. I mean, one of them has a relationship with this goblin guy, so he's gonna be pretty raw over that. So I don't think he would be very receptive.
Oh.
13.
Dead. He had
Hoofstomp's-
He had 1 hit point left.
I almost. Oh my god! If only I had hit the D8 and
I
actually
know.
rolled an 8, that would have been incredible.
Would have been so
Yeah.
incredible.
Let's
Actually,
let's retcon
I
that.
might be inclined to say that you made the D8, but I might have made.
Let me have this.
Yeah,
No, I only rolled a 7. Is the problem?
you might have had that. That might have been enough to kill him, but I wanted to leave him. I fudged the statistics a little bit just to make sure you guys had a.
You're telling me
Too
you
bad.
took out
He's
my.
dead.
What?
Dead.
No. I am so
Dead.
mad.
I'm sorry. I want to give you a chance to maybe take him alive. But
Nope, we hate doing
it's not that
Dead.
way.
I am so angry. You have no idea.
Too bad.
I'm sorry.
I've never
Okay.
been this angry in my whole life.
This is your punishment.
So, dead hobgoblin, which the DM, despite DM intervention, despite the intervention of God. So, Hoofstomp, you stab your hobgoblin friend to death. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or are you content with where you're at?
I'm staying where I am.
Alright.
The other guy can do whatever he feels like doing.
Alright, so Stormfist, there's one guy already within your range, or you can move 5 feet and put 2 guys in your range. How would you like to address this?
All right.
We should retcon to have Moo have killed that guy in 1 hit because this is some heat.
I'm willing to allow that.
In that case, I killed the guy that was in front of me.
No, here's what happens. So,
You can
Priya
just
kills
stab
him-
the corpse.
No, Priya stabs him outright, but there's a death rattle, and he tries to get back up, and he's reaching up with a little hobgoblin clawed hand.
And
begging for
Hoofstomp just
mercy,
shunk.
just so angry that he stabbed his sister. Just is that acceptable? Will that make Moo not mad at me anymore? Which is a huge concern.
Probably never. I'm never gonna stop being mad at you.
I'm sorry.
You took away my moment of glory.
I gave you your moment of glory
Eternal
back.
hatred.
Casey, how do you want to kill these guys?
Well, I have an animated gift for that. We'll see how this all goes.
This is like your
Oh
power.
my gosh. Here we go.
Casey, if you show me is this the same GIF that you showed me already?
No.
I do not see this. You know what, Moo? Just to make you less mad, I'll use the proper pronunciation. I don't see this GIF anywhere.
I don't see it either.
I got. Just for a heads up, I did get angry when you said Jeff.
Okay, so this is why I
Yeah.
switched. So Casey, can you repost this supposed GIF, and I will take a look at it, and depending on how badass it is.
That one.
Yep. Okay, that's advantage.
Motherfucker!
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Give me
many
that yellow dice. It's staying over here.
But I was using that.
My dice. Get your own.
Pretty sure that Minnie Moose just pratfalled.
Way to go, Minnie Moose. You've
There
always
was
been here.
a polearm hacked in my way.
Minnie
Uh,
Moose, you
Minnie
failed
Moose, is
us
just,
all.
Minnie Moose is going hog on them. It's just they're not doing what that guy did. They're not falling down. They're literally just like, stop it. Stop it. Why are you doing that? Stop it.
Stop hitting Ray.
No,
Stop hitting me. Mommy's hitting me. Mommy's totally hitting me. Okay. So I'm gonna assume that's it for our good friend Stormfist.
That's not doing you any better, is it?
Almost flat in his face.
Alright,
Yeah.
Silas, you're up. What would you like to do?
Alright, I'm gonna go after this guy.
Alright. You're going to give me that short bow attack.
How'd that gif?
I just wanna first off, 14 will suffice. Second, I just wanna ask, am I the only person in the party who pronounces it the other bad way?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
figured.
probably.
and we're shaming you for it. Shame, shame.
I'm already
It's
being
not
shamed for fudging statistics for the sake of narrative. Please
Don't
don't shame me
be
anymore.
shamed.
My shame quotient
You
has been
should
reached.
not have admitted to that. I'm gonna tell you right now, as a DM to a DM, never admit it if you do that.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I'm still so angry. I'll never stop being angry.
Alright, well,
This is a permanent anger.
fudging statistics,
I'll remember this.
fudging
You
statistics
will.
aside, Minnie, you hit that guy. Go ahead and short bow him. I'm pretty sure that's gonna kill
Oh
him.
man, you know what it's like?
Alright.
It's like if in Disgaea you like are about to hit a hit, but then suddenly there's cutscene. It's like, no, you didn't kill that guy, and it's like, but I did.
Would it make
Yeah.
me less angry if we said that was what happened?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
No.
the good news is that Mini 9 is more than enough to put him down. You just kind of spear him through the heart and he goes down hard.
Didn't we say we
Yay.
were gonna keep a henchman alive?
Well, there's still one henchman
I don't care
left.
about that.
He has
I
one.
don't care either.
And Hangar is next up in the order. Hangar will turn towards your new barbarian friend and he will kind of just give the party a wide glance. So, kill him or spare him?
Kill him.
I vote kill him.
I just woke up, so I don't really know what's going on.
A Hoofstomp's gonna be all like, okay, who paid you? If you say who paid you, we just throw you outside, you do whatever you do.
The leader will undoubtedly have a note or some orders left, like in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Merrick recruited us from town, and he had us hide in a cave somewhere. He only just took me out to come burn down this warehouse. That's all I know. He's the one who paid the bills. I don't know who his
The
boss
mayor.
was.
You don't know who the mayor's boss was? Really?
No,
It's,
Merrick. By the
oh,
way, as he says Merrick,
I thought
he
you said the
points towards
mayor.
the dead hobgoblin.
is that Merrick?
That's Merrick, presumably.
Oh. Hi, Merrick.
Hoofstomp kind of solemnly picks him up and is all like, okay, you don't do bad stuff no more, okay? Go get real job. And
Ever.
just kind of like
I forget.
sets him,
Go get a real job.
just sets him outside the door, like outside the warehouse, and just kind of like walks back away. Just doesn't.
He hauls ass away just as soon as he has the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that is a warehouse full of baddies cleared out. By the way, he did mention Okay, so
I searched the hobgoblin's corpse.
no notes.
That might be the most classically D&D line uttered so far.
Yeah.
The DM lied to me. He said there would be a note on the corpse.
He lied.
I didn't
Well,
know
lied.
maybe you gotta look harder. Have you tried his asshole?
Casey, I will tell you right now, if you put your hand up there, all you're gonna get is a filthy hand.
I'm just
There are
imagining.
no notes and no orders, but what I
Yeah,
will do is if everybody wants to roll me either wisdom to spot or intelligence to check.
Hold on, I just want to just imagine Priya like, all like, well, okay, you're the new guy. Here's a glove. Go to town.
No, don't even give him a glove.
Can I have permission to go and find another dice? Because Casey took my dice.
That's my dice.
Well, I will
was-
tell you right now that Hanger already rolled a 19 on his whiz check to spot, so odds are he's already spotted what needs to
I'm
be
so
spotted.
glad.
But if you need to get
Alright.
a new dice, go ahead.
Well, I got 23.
Okay, Hagar the Horrible can check his butt.
Yeah, you can have it back now. I'm gonna go find another dice.
All right. Well, we got a 19 from Hanger. We got a 23 from Kate. We got a 14 from Casey. So we got Kate, Minnie, Luke, Casey. Moo, can you roll me either Whiz or Intelligence really quick and tell me what you get?
Probably. Am I going to? Oh. 9. That's not great.
All right. Well, then it looks like the 19 and the 23 are
I
going to
take a
win the
nap.
day. Kate, you and Hangar look up towards one of the big windows in the roof of the warehouse just in time to see what looks like a tiny demon transform into a bat and fly away.
Oh no! It's
Kind of
Moo-
limned by the moonlight.
It's Priya's ex-girlfriend,
Huh?
the shapeshifter girl. Remember?
I don't care.
Lady.
All right. Well, the bat flits away. When you check Merrick, there aren't any notes on him. Not really much of value.
Wait, there's a bat?
There was a bat.
Yeah.
At least Priya
I'm
and,
back.
and your new barbarian friend Hangar told you there was a bat. You don't know if there was a bat or not. They're just telling you.
I like bats.
Priya
I
is
established that. I established that I like bats. But I do it, like, sleepily.
Priya is just like Priya is just curling back up on that bear pelt. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah. That's super
All
what's
right.
happening.
Well,
right
that's pretty much all I had planned for tonight. So if you want, we can go on and wrap it up here. You guys have successfully
probably
defended the warehouse and the
should.
silvered weapons.
now. I feel like I helped a lot.
You did.
You did, and I'm really glad. You make it better.
I want to tell you, I peeked behind the DM's curtain. So what
I'm
the
still
hobgoblin was
angry.
supposed to do was when he dropped the bloodied, he was supposed to drop a smoke bomb and run away. So when he dropped to 18 hit points after his first hit, I'm like, oh, there's no way he can die in one hit. He'll be fine. I'm gonna give him another round. And then Moo literally says, I crit, and then hits the exact number she needs to kill him. And I'm like, well, so good job, Moo. You ruined all of my plans.
I'm sorry. He should have been stronger.
Yeah.
He had 27 hit points at level. You literally killed a boss 3 levels higher than you in 3 hits.
Well, what you have to remember is that we're monsters, and
This is true.
Yeah.
we will destroy all your hopes and dreams.
I'm just looking at you guys playing. I'm pretty happy with this game.
For the record,
I am so happy. with
completely
this game.
legitimate. I am sorry for the statistics fudging. I thought it would make for a better fight. I totally did not intend to screw
I'm
anybody
still
out of the
so
kill.
angry.
I'm sorry. I'm
I don't think you
legitimately
understand
sorry.
how angry I am.
You prevented Moo from perfectly completing a number.
Yeah, you did.
But you did perfectly complete that number.
But you ruined it.
I'm sorry.
Like, the worst part is, I wouldn't have been angry if you had never told me.
Which, by the way, DM to DM, never do that again.
I know. But
Never.
don't I at least get credit for being honest?
No.
Nope.
You get my fury for lying to
All
me.
right, well, I'm sure
being
Moo
a
would love for
DM.
us to go off air so she can yell at me, which is completely fair. Or you can yell at me on
I
air.
can yell at you on air. I don't care.
Uh-huh, she doesn't care.
I'm asleep. I'm drawing ponies.
Moo is functionally capable of being asleep and drawing at the same time.
Yeah, it's my superpower.
It's literally pretty true.
Surprised.
I mean, I guess the good news is that now we can torment Luke with more pony talk, which spares me.
He needs to watch Equestria Girls.
Well, with those demented sobs, I think we're going to call it a night. So you've all successfully cleared
Who
the
wants
workouts
to
of
watch
baddies.
Equestria Girls tomorrow? Luke does.
Huh.
Send
Oh, no.
help!
Yeah, that's not the episode.
I'm down on this one.
That is. Yeah.
All right, so a warehouse has been cleared. A bad guy has been let go. You guys have successfully saved a shipment of silver weapons, and I'm pretty sure that'll make sense to Moo after the exposition dump from last week.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
Moo's
skip
gonna-
that episode.
You're
Wow.
not. You have to listen to it. Toe Stump was clever.
Eh.
You're making me watch Equestria Girls.
Yeah, I am.
Fair trade.
That's not gonna make me do anything in return.
Yeah, I kind of knew as soon as I said it. Like in my mind, I'm like, I'm not sure this is how that arrangement works.
Like, have you met me at all? Like, ever?
I think the way this arrangement works is I watch things that Moo tells me to watch sometimes.
You would love it. If I love it, I mean it's going to destroy you.
Oh God!
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Quick little Luke.
No.
All All right. Well, I think it's time to call it a night. I'm gonna leave. We're gonna leave you all with the wonderful sound of Luke sobbing over pony people.
Why do the cups have handles? The clouds! Why are the cloud factories on top of clouds?
They're in the sky.
Why are my rainbows spicy?
No, God, why? Why would you remind me of that? Why are they liquid? How are they liquid? How does that work?
Magic.
No, shut up. I hate you. You're not my real dad.
Under the container they're put in, duh.
I will kill you.
And with that, thank you for listening.
Well, you shouldn't
good
threaten to
night.
kill me until you see the picture I posted.
No.
Why
I don't
are
care
all the
about that.
common laborers the ones without magic or wings? That's
I
creepy.
said good night, sir.
No. Dicks.